All right. Looks like we are live here. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the Thanksgiving Day stream. Today we got a special Thanksgiving Day stream for you guys. I always try to stream on Thanksgiving if I can for those who don't celebrate it and for those who do. For people maybe who don't have as much family to hang out with, or maybe if you're going to be hanging out with your family later, have something to hang out with the PlayerEssence family, as we give thanks for incredible gaming and content in the year 2025 with the Nintendo Switch 2 launch. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. That's the interesting thing, though. Like, there's actually a pretty good amount of Nintendo decided to buy Bandai Namco, a part of Bandai Namco, not all of Bandai Namco. Nintendo decided to buy Bandai Namco, Singapore. So Nintendo decided to buy them, Bandai Namco Singapore. So I thought that was pretty funny, overall when it comes down to that. So yeah, Bandai Namco Singapore. So they decided to buy them. So Bandai Namco Singapore will now be renamed to Bandai Namco Singapore will be renamed to Nintendo Studios Singapore. So I don't know, on Thanksgiving. Well, at least they announced it on Thanksgiving. So I want to go over what that's all about. So interesting country. I did not know much about Singapore beforehand, so I'm looking of where it's at. It's a Southeastern Asian island country and a city state. So it's actually a pretty nice area. I've never felt like I needed to know where Singapore is. But yeah, Bandai Namco Singapore, they are there. And apparently Nintendo's worked with this company before. Like, they've worked support for Splatoon 3 and on some other Nintendo games, I think. And they also do PC ports for games for Bandai Namco. So it looks like Nintendo's loading up developers to help make Switch 2 games. I think it's a really good purchase for them, you know? So we're going to talk about that and other things as well. Yo, Justin with the...
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, yo, the sexy... Oh my gosh, dude. This man pulled the sexy jutsu on Thanksgiving. Is that appropriate for a family setting? Yes, of course it is. It's always appropriate for the family setting. It's a PG-13 sexy jutsu, okay? Very PG. Yo, shout outs to Justin with the $69 dono, man. I appreciate you, Justin. What is good? Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. I hope you and your family are doing good. You and your wife are doing fantastic. Tell her family that I said PlayerEssence family over here says hi. My wife and my family, we all say what up to you guys. Appreciative. I'm thankful for you guys every single year, man. And I'm not even trying to be like corny or nothing. Like, I'm legitimately thankful to be able to be alive in this era to talk to you guys specifically. Because if I was born 50 years before I was born, then we probably wouldn't all be here right now, right? You never know when you're going to be born. You just are. And I'm thankful to be born in the era with you guys, you know? Honestly, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life and coming through, hanging out today. Shout outs to Justin, dude. Appreciate you. Combo breaks. Yo, let's go. We got the Noah meal flying through the skies already. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate the support. Appreciate it. Let me lower that a little bit. Shout outs to Blazing Blazers 14 with the tune-in tier pledge. Yo, let's go. Blazing Blazers 14. Thank you for becoming a tune-in tier once again. I appreciate that. Let's go. I think we're at 72 on the board. Shout outs to also General Zamora with the $2 says happy Thanksgiving, man. Russell Cunningham. Let's go over to some more shout outs. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody here. Clabby was here first. What's up, Clabby? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Shout outs. Let's see here. Dior also here. Happy Thanksgiving, Dior. For those who celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. Justin, if you want some music, let me know. Clabby, Lewis 9950, King Tree Freak, Hyper Bison as well. Zoo with the Toby, the original Buster.
Can't stay, but everyone have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Shout outs to another person that I'm very happy and thankful for, just like everybody, but seriously, shout outs to Zoo. Appreciate you, man. Your video game series of reviews have been fantastic. You guys all go check out Zoo After Dark. I know you said you can't stay, but if you can link your channel real quick before you go, Zoo, so people can subscribe. Go subscribe to Zoo After Dark, Switch After Dark. Go subscribe to him, man. Go subscribe to him. Go subscribe. Thank you for the 15, man. I appreciate that. And also Blazing Blazers with the, I think with the 2 coming in as well. And he says, happy Thanksgiving, brother. Thank you so much. And he says, mind playing Fodlin Winds? Of course, I can play Fodlin Winds. Never a bad time to play Fodlin Winds. If you guys hear some background noise or whatever, it's just some of my family. They're here. They're doing some cooking and all that before, you know, we do all of our stuff. So don't mind it. I think my mom just got here. So yeah. Don't mind that at all. They're just doing some cooking. Shout outs to Blazing Blazers. Thank you for the tune in tier repledge. Shout outs to Brian Jedi. We've always appreciated your content and live streams, OJ. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Seriously. Happy Thanksgiving. Ice Sonic, what's good? Elias is here. What's up, Elias? Welcome. How are you doing today? T-Dude, what's up, man? The same freaking studio that's supposed to develop Metroid Prime 4 before Beyond was finalized. Ridge Racer 8. Before they were canned. Apparently, yeah. Apparently they were. What's up, OV Phoenix? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Roadhouse? Can't celebrate with dinner this year. I can't cook food because I'm sick as hell. My brother working today. So I got the Lions game and the fact that Metroid Prime 4 is a week away. Yeah, there you go. You got that. And you got us here. You got us here as well. Roadhouse. Hey, make it look easy. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, check out Switch After Dark. Check out his channel. It's incredible. I've been loving the videos, man. Yoshi with the $10 dono says Australia doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but I'm thankful that Prime 4 is out in less than a week. And I'm taking next Thursday and Friday off of work to play it. Yes, sir. Yo, shout outs to Yoshi. Yo, yes, sir, man. Thank you for the big $10 dono. And absolutely, you got to take some time off to play Metroid Prime 4. I know I'm going to be playing it. I think I'm probably going to have a launch stream for the game as well. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait to check it out. Daniel, see, if I haven't said what up to you, make sure you keep on talking in the chat. Ask your questions. If you have questions, go ahead and ask your questions. 99 on the combo board already. Almost one away already from the platinum streak already. Let's go. Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's see here. I'm thankful the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. Man, the Bears are looking pretty good this year. I'm actually a little worried about them because the Niners got to play them in a few weeks. But, you know, one step at a time. I mean, the Bears definitely have they got the coaching and they got a pretty solid defense too. So, listen, man, you never know in the NFL. You never know. I'm doing good, Z Fighter. What's good, man? Happy Thanksgiving. The Great Waz here as well. Party man, happy Thanksgiving to your family. I know you're probably having a nice Thanksgiving day, right, with the family. So definitely good there. Let's go here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Switch After Dark one more time, or Zoo. Link your channel one more time if people missed it. Go subscribe to his channel, guys. You got to be thankful. Happy Thanksgiving. The season of giving. You guys go ahead and give my man Zoo a sub. It's free. So go ahead and give him a sub on his channel and check it out. I saw there were copies of Prime 4 out in the wild. Care for spoilers. Yeah, there are. I covered that in one of my videos. So yeah, Prime 4 is out in the wild. Just be careful. I think people have been being pretty good about not spoiling it for people, though. So it's not been too bad. When it comes down to it, it's not been too bad overall. So yeah. Let's see here. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate that. Ridge Racer 8 for the Switch 2. Maybe they'll finally make Ridge Racer now. Hey, what's up, Ronan? Welcome. Yeah, I know not everybody here is in the US, so I'm sorry for us Americans celebrating our, our holiday when a lot of you guys aren't here. You guys don't celebrate it. But I think most parts of the world, you guys get Black Friday deals. So you have to it's like something to where you guys should just start celebrating it. Because if you buy a Black Friday deal game, you are celebrating Thanksgiving in some degree. So I want to just sit there and say that if any of you guys are looking at Black Friday deals or you took part in a Black Friday deal, you need to start celebrating Thanksgiving with the rest of us, because that's part of it. That's like a tradition of Thanksgiving, then Black Friday right afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that. So you guys got to celebrate it as well, too. Even if you don't live here, you got to celebrate it as well. Blazing Blazers with the $5 dono says, what's everyone's least favorite Thanksgiving dish? Mine is stuffing. I agree. I'm not a big fan of stuffing. I don't like, this might be crazy to some of you guys, but I don't like cranberry sauce or, cranberry stuff. I don't like stuffing. Whenever I eat my turkey, I don't eat it with stuffing. I don't eat it with cranberry. I don't like any of that. I just like me some turkey, some mashed potatoes, and like a sweet roll or a bread or something. That's really it. I don't really need anything else outside of that. But yeah, I'm not big on stuffing. Shout outs to my man Blazing Blazers. Yo, going further than beyond, and of course the platinum streak already. Let's go, limit breakers, baby. Yeah, so much, man. Let's go. Platinum streak. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll be playing FF Tactics, trying not to add Expedition 33 to my backlog. Found it for 35. That's a pretty good price. I'm afraid of seeing Prime 4 spoilers on YouTube thumbnails as DK Bonanza. Yeah, you got to be careful. If you type in Prime 4, you'll probably, spoilers will probably pop up just like DK Bonanza. So don't do it. I haven't done it. Whenever I want to look up Prime 4, I just straight up go to Nintendo's channel if I need like a trailer or something. But I already got everything, so it's all good, Loki stuffing is the right answer, but probably not the worst to me. Brussels sprouts is bad. We never ate Brussels sprouts. When me growing up, I barely ever ate a Brussels sprout, and then we never had that for Thanksgiving. So yeah, but those are like those little cabbages, right? So I think for those, it's depending on how they're cooked. Like if they're cooked better, I think those can be okay. Hey, Jeffrey Tucker, happy Thanksgiving, ninjas. Hey, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for coming out to the stream today. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Famitsu sales were interesting. PS5 jump, not that big, especially after price cut holiday season, especially software and all Switch. I expected to hit rock bottom in a few weeks again. Yeah, I was interested in looking at that. I did see the Famitsu this morning. Kirby Air Rider sold almost 200K. Not bad at all. So that sold almost 200K. Switch 2 sold 120 something K. Yeah, so Switch 2 sold like 120 something K in Japan for the past week. I can look up the numbers real quick. Yeah, 120 something. Let's see here. Oh yeah, so Kirby Air Rider sold 195,594 units. It was the #1 game. That's not including digital, where it's #1 as well. So we're probably looking at like maybe like 250,000, 240,000 units in sales. Maybe a little bit higher. I mean, Kirby might have a higher digital sales ratio because it's a multiplayer game. Most multiplayer games have higher digital sales ratios than like a single player game. So we're probably looking at like 250, maybe a bit higher for it, like overall, just in Japan, like, so probably like 250,000. Hardware side, yeah, 126,953 units. So Switch 2 is definitely, that's up from I think last week they sold 100 and something thousand last week. So they were able to get about 25K more units out there. And yeah, PS5 got a price cut, and it jumped the sales up to about 36,983 units. So they were able to outsell the Nintendo Switch 1, which I don't think that matters at this point. But the Switch 1 sold 29,000 units. So yeah, it's a little price. I mean, it's a little jump up. The previous week, I think PS5 only sold like 5,000 to 5,000 to 9,000 units, somewhere in that range. So definitely a big jump, multiple times jump over. But yeah, nothing too great, to be honest. Overall, pretty just, yeah, not that great. But yeah, but it doesn't really matter because the PS5 is doing absolutely incredible in Europe right now. And like, it's smashing sales records, or I think it's going to smash, like, it's going to be up there with some of the best selling years, Europe in particular. And the US, it's also moving a lot of units here because of the Black Friday sales. So I don't think Sony really, I mean, Sony says that they care about Japan, but I don't really think they care that much. I think this is just kind of like slapping a band-aid on like a bullet wound. But once again, they don't need to because Europe and US is strong. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Bad collard green, says Hyper Bison. Yeah, bad collard greens can be bad. Oh man. Gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce, more gravy, Brussels, more gravy, lastly, more gravy. I like gravy if it's done well. Yeah, I don't like cranberry sauce. I'm just not a fan. Turkey on toast, turkey sandwich, delicious. Yeah, turkey sandwiches are good. I've had me a few turkey sandwiches in my day. Gotta watch Macy's Parade show on the Peacock every year, Black Friday sales. Yeah, I never watched that show. Like, I know people, it's like a tradition for many people to watch like that Macy's Parade, but I never do. I haven't watched it in forever, so yeah. Tell us about the big moves in 2026. Yeah, they are probably. There's gonna be a lot. I think that they're trying to load up. The big thing is that they're trying to load up for being able to develop these games that are taking longer. They need more dev support from bigger studios that can come in like right away, you know. So I think that's what's going on here. And then also with Singapore, once again, these guys also helped out with Splatoon 3. So Nintendo, they have a good rapport with Nintendo. So I think that's the reason why they decided to pick them up. You know, they got Shiver, now they got Bandai Namco Singapore. I mean, there could probably be more where Nintendo says, hey, look, development studio that's, you know, that doesn't have IP, we can get them on the cheap compared to like buying, you know, Bungie or something like that. So I think that's what's going on right now. Splatoon 4, I think Splatoon 4 is probably a big thing for them right now. Splatoon 4 is probably what they're eyeing to help get it to where it doesn't take 15 years to make that game. I'm pretty sure they're right now, you know, actively trying to get Splatoon 4 ready to go for a 2026 or 2027 launch. Like, I don't think it's going to be that much longer before Splatoon 4 comes out overall. But I'm guessing that they really need some help with Splatoon 4. So this is the reason why. Bat Conquer with the $5 donut says, happy Thanksgiving, OJ. I locked in and beat Metroid Prime 2 and 3 and Hunters. Also finished Prime Remastered back in February. I'm excited for Beyond. Yo, let's go. Bat Conquer going on a Metroid Prime spree. Thank you so much for the $5 dono, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you so much. If Nintendo has an achievement at a low price and a full PS4 Bandai Namco collection, sell them, buy again. Come on, Nintendo 8 years after AAA games run 60 if buying again. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Nintendo has achievement. I'm not sure, but okay. Let's see. Happy Thanksgiving. The Tactician Musician. What's up, man? Let's see here. Hi, Johnny's friend. Hi, Johnny's friend. Okay, shout outs to Johnny's friend. I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate Switch 2 January, $40 of steel. Also hyped for eventually Elden Ring on Switch 2. Yeah, hopefully they get that working. They get that working pretty good and everything's, you know, solid on that one. I asked Nintendo dev who has worked on Breath of the Wild, how's Ocarina of Time Remake coming? He said, coming along, and he laughed. You asked the Nintendo dev? I doubt that was a Nintendo dev. Let's see here. Is this clickbait, OJ? What does that mean? It's a live stream. What do you mean? Is this clickbait? What's clickbait? Hey, shout outs to John. Says, what up, OJ? Happy Thanksgiving, bro. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. No, you gotta read the title. You read the title very carefully. Okay? Nintendo buys Bandai Namco Singapore. It says Bandai Namco Singapore. There is no clickbait. Bandai Namco, it clearly says Nintendo buys Bandai Namco Singapore. Do you not see the Singapore part? Do you not see that? Don't try to accuse me of clickbait when you don't read the full title. And it's not like the title's too long to where it cuts off. It says Nintendo buys Bandai Namco Singapore. And yes, Nintendo did buy Bandai Namco Singapore. Singapore, not Bandai Namco, all of Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco Singapore. It is a certain branch of Bandai Namco. It is a development studio within Bandai Namco. Not all of Bandai Namco, a development studio within Bandai Namco. So let's not do that. It's too early for that. It's Thanksgiving. All right, it's too early for that. We can't be making those type of mistakes today. So yeah, it's not even clickbait. Yeah, turkey bait. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the Uroburos blast.
There was no way I wasn't going to swing by and say happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And the ninja community. I hope everyone has a safe and fun day today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout outs to my man, the one and only, the indomitable, my man, Cyber Taurus. Thank you so much for the big $43 dono. We are out here, man. I appreciate you like crazy, bro. Seriously, thank you so much, man, for the huge support. Big $43. Happy Thanksgiving. I know you said that you're having, 20 people over or something like that to your house. Happy Thanksgiving to your daughter, to your wife, to your family. PlayerEssence, my family, my wife. You know, my kid all says happy Thanksgiving to you, Cyber Taurus. I hope you have a great one. Enjoy the time with your family, friends, loved ones. That's what family's about. My extended family, the PlayerEssence family, we all say happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody here, man. So I appreciate you guys. You guys go to community, best ever, combo breaks, and also going further than beyond on Thanksgiving. Let's go, man. Thank you so much, Cyber Taurus. I appreciate the big support, man. It really does help out, and you guys are being awesome. Seriously. I wonder if having Bandai Namco Singapore would be useful for getting other third parties on Switch too. I don't think it'll be a direct help, but let's see what happens. They could be, actually. They actually could be the tactician musician, because when Nintendo bought Shiver, that also helped get other third parties, like, for example, WWE. Bandai Namco Singapore, they did PC ports. So they do PC ports for Bandai Namco, and they did Splatoon 3. They're a support studio. So they absolutely could be instrumental in getting some third-party games up and going on the Switch to some more development resources. It's very possible that they actually do work with Nintendo to pick up, maybe like a Digimon Story Time Stranger port or something like that, right? So I don't think to write it off so quickly, I don't think you even know what the studio did. You got to ask what the studio does first. But if they specialize in PC ports and Nintendo, like Splatoon 3 support, absolutely they could be a team that's brought in to help with PC ports, to help with lots of stuff, So yeah, that's not, it's definitely on the board. I wouldn't even doubt it that they wouldn't help with third-party games. We just don't know right now, though. We don't know right now, what's gonna come of that. But yeah. It's the studio behind Hirogami. So Nintendo has entered into a share transfer agreement with Bandai Namco Studios to acquire shares of Hirogami developer. What is Hirogami? I don't know this game. Bandai Namco Studios, for the purpose of strengthening its development structure, the company announced. As a result, the acquisition, Bandai Namco Studios Singapore will become a subsidiary of Nintendo and continue the development operations under the new name Nintendo Studios Singapore. Let's see here. Nintendo describes the rationale for the acquisition as follows. Bandai Namco Studios Singapore was established as one of Bandai Namco's group's overseas bases and is a development company with strong expertise in creating in-game art assets. It has contributed to the development of Nintendo titles, including the Splatoon series, and has an ongoing business relationship with Nintendo. Considering this business record, Nintendo has made the decision to acquire shares in Bandai Namco Studios Singapore to strengthen the development structure of the Nintendo group. Nintendo plans to acquire 80% of Bandai Namco Studios Singapore shares on April 1st, 2026, with the remaining shares to be acquired after a certain period, once the subsidiary's operations have stabilized. So there you go. There you go on that one. Let's see, why buy them again? Nintendo Switch 2 games expensive. You don't have to buy anything again if you don't want to buy them again. So if you want to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 game, you can just, or a Nintendo Switch 1 game, you can just buy the Switch 1 game and play it on your Switch 2. You don't have to buy anything again. Hey, shout out Squirrely. Thank you so much, Squirrel Swirl. Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, go to the grocery. Wait a minute. You're supposed to do the groceries before Thanksgiving, not the day of Thanksgiving, Squirrel Swirl. The day, not before, the day of. Hey, shout outs Cloud, appreciate you. The guy did animation work for Tips Breath of the Wall, very nice guy. He did leave Nintendo, but his wife still works for them. Oh, okay, you talking about that Imamura guy? Yo, Huddy with the $2 dono. Shout outs to Huddy, thank you so much, appreciate that. Thank you for the support, Huddy. Let's go. And he says, happy Thanksgiving, ninjas. Skies music, absolutely. Skies music on tap, on deck, on go. Skies of Arcadia. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Got the main theme going. Let's see here. Thanks have to walk down the street. Whole Foods temperature is 28 degrees. Ooh, yeah, it's cold. It's not 28 degrees here. It's like 40 something. So it's not bad. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm not going anywhere near the store today. Yeah, it's probably kind of crazy. I know sometimes it's crazy at the stores around my place, but other times it's like not crazy. It's like just like you can just walk in and get whatever you need. So it just depends on the year, I guess. My family's not big on turkey, so we do duck. Ooh, duck, ham, and fried chicken. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good too. No, game dev I met recently online. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Ron, I'm not sure if he actually is one, but I mean, if you feel that way, that's fine too. I'm not gonna sit there and say that, you know, deny what you heard or what you saw or what he said, but I would just be wary of stuff like that. But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Oh man. Let's see here. Shout outs though, guys. If you guys have more questions, more comments, happy Thanksgiving to all. If you just got here, we're talking about Nintendo's big acquisition of Bandai Namco Singapore. Also, big combo breaks, 154 on the board. Let's go. Duck is fire. The duck. You know, I don't eat duck much or at all. I'm not even sure if I've had duck before. I might have had duck, but if I have, I don't remember. Yeah, it's not something that's commonly served around where I live. So yeah, not a lot of duck for me, not a lot of duck, but you know, maybe one of these days I will say, you know what, get me the fresh duck, get me the fresh duck. Shout outs to Egomaniac. What's good, man? Nintendo Switch 2 haters are absolutely hilarious. I mean, I think that, I don't know, man, I think, you know what the funniest thing is, it's that, you know, you're starting to see some of the views from some of it kind of go down. You're starting to see people that were bragging about how good their views are. You start to see it come crashing down as they scramble to make useless, worthless Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo hate content. I mean, it's pretty bottom of the barrel when you have to go from 500,000 views of the Nintendo Switch 2 Nintendo Switch 2 honeymoon period or is done, or buyers beware, and you're getting all these weird people watching and agreeing with you, and then you get absolutely cooked on the Nintendo Switch 2 sales. So you have to go from that to don't buy Nintendo Switch 2, buy PC portables, buy buy emulation. It's like, oh, that's the easiest trick in the playbook. Don't buy Nintendo systems, buy an emulation system instead. It's like, you know that you're cooked when you have to go from that. When you go from 500,000, 100,000 plus views on nobody's buying Switch 2, scalpers are just buying it. You get on all these views and people are, oh yeah, you see, nobody's buying the system and all that. And then you have to go to, don't buy Switch 2, buy PC port. You know that you're absolutely chopped at that point, you know? So some of these Switch 2 haters, I think it's funny with what they've got to say. They're scrambling to make hate content. They're struggling because the system's doing well, people like it. They're struggling to ignore price increases for other systems. They're struggling to do all that. So I just find it a bit funny, you know. I just find it a little bit funny. Because they know they want one. That's the funniest thing with some of them. But yeah, like, if you're making content of buy the PC portable instead, like buy a Steam Deck or PC handheld instead of Switch 2, like, you know that your content is, you're struggling, because that's like the oldest thing in the playbook. You didn't need the Switch 2 to make a video like that. You could have done that a while ago, right? You know, you could have done that a long time ago. So yeah. It says now he's going at the Tomb Raider port. It's only 5K views. I know. Yeah, so that's when you know that you're struggling. That's when you know that you're struggling, which it makes no sense because the Tomb Raider port on Switch 2 is just the Switch 1 game. They just ported it to Switch 1 and they just ported that to Switch 2. They didn't make it for Switch 2. It's just a Switch 1 game. So the fact that the game came over to Switch 1 was just, I think they probably held on to it. They're going to port the game to Switch 1 and then, Switch 2 comes out. All right, let's just get it out. Let's just port it to Switch 2. But I think the game was just probably going to come to Switch 1. That's it. You know, but then they found out about Switch 2. And they're like, okay, well, wait. Wait, hold on. Let's launch it on both. So yeah. So there's nothing really to be upset about. But yeah, of course. Not all of a sudden graphics are a problem with him too, you know? Like, what a joke, dude. What a complete joke. Let's see here. Like Dreamcast guy saying don't buy Switch 2 but does, and add for a satisfy Switch 2 grip. Yeah, he was pretty negative on it. I mean, but they all wanted one. They all want one. Most of the Switch 2 haters, they want one. They desperately want one, but they also like the money that they get from... I'm not putting Dreamcast guy in that category, because we already knew he was going to do that. So it was like, if you already know someone's going to do something, you can't sit there and say that they're lying and stuff like that when you already know that they were going to do that. Like, that's just the classic YouTuber playbook. Like, we knew Dreamcast guy was going to do... Shout out to Dreamcast guy. But we already knew that. Remember, I told you guys, like, when he was making all of this, like, oh, it's terrible. I'm like, dude, he's going to buy one. He's probably going to end up liking it or whatever, right? So, I was wrong. And he's going to make an I was wrong video. And that's exactly what happened. So, it's like, you can't really be too mad at that. You know, you can't be too mad at that. Shaw X with the $10 dono says, gobble, gobble, mother, surprise. Let's go. Combo breaker. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, like, it's pretty funny. It's dwindling. Now they're just gonna start hating on anything. It's like, oh, Tomb Raider came out. Let's just hate on Tomb Raider. Not the fact that it actually got a Switch 1 version of the game, and then also it's on Switch 2 and you can play it at 60 FPS. Never mind that it runs better than the PS5 version or the PS4 version. Never mind that, or the Xbox 360 version or any version of the game. Never mind that. Let's just start. So like I said, this is bottom of the barrel, ran out of content, grifter, funny nonsense, you know. So shout outs to the grifter of the year host. What a joke, dude. Dude is a complete fraud. Scam. What a scam channel. What a scam channel. And the funniest thing about that dude, man, you know what? This is Thanksgiving. Let's just be nice. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be nice. Y'all got me out here being salty, being weird a bit, or being mean on Thanksgiving. All right, let's not do that. Happy Thanksgiving, even to the grifters. Even to the grifters, even to the liars, even to the scammers, even to the, well, actually not to the real scammers, but happy Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying, to everyone out there. Let's just do that, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, even people who told you that only scalpers were buying the Nintendo Switch 2 because it sold 3.5 million in 3 days. Happy Thanksgiving to people who told you that nobody's buying this system, at all. Happy Thanksgiving to people who also stated that it's shipped, not sold. And also happy Thanksgiving to people who ultimately were wrong and had to sit there and make an 1.5-hour damage control video because they were wrong. So salty over being wrong about the sales of a plastic box. Happy Thanksgiving. And all the people that enjoy that content, happy Thanksgiving to even if they're liars, happy Thanksgiving to all of them. Even if they lie over and over for a couple pennies on YouTube, you know, all of us struggling Nintendo YouTubers out there in our reviews. You know, happy Thanksgiving to all of them. Let's see here. Now the Dustbloods hate train. The Dustblood, I mean, that's just people being upset that they're not. It's a Switch exclusive, Switch 2 exclusive. So yeah. Let's see here. You should have a nomination for biggest grifter. Well, here's the thing though. If I made a if I made a video having to talk about other people being grifters, I mean, I know that it's probably getting to them a little bit if you got to make a video like that. So it might be but I'm not the worst though. There's a content creator named Mizza T, like Mizza Mizza and H Mizza T. I used to roll with him all the time, you know. I used to do content with Mizza T. He used to be on my podcast. He's a cool dude. I don't know how much he likes me now. At this point, I know I'm not sure. But I think we're okay. I think we're cool. But either way, Mizza T, he's been going in. So I'm not even that bad compared to Mizza T. Mizza T's been absolutely, he made like 3 videos going in on this dude. So, so yeah. It says, let's be nice and not talk about grifters. Yeah, let's be nice and not talk about them. Let's be nice. Let's be nice. Let's see here. Make sure none of you hate watches vids or post comments, views plummeting. Don't give that dude a single extra view. Watch the grift crash and burn. I agree, action. I don't watch a damn thing. Cyber Torse as well with the Bobby Propane Blaster.
This is all the fire the grifters need today. Turkeys are the only thing that needs to get cooked today.
Yes.
Any other day, they're the turkeys.
Oh my gosh, bro. Cyber Taurus with a propane blaster? Yo, it's propane. You need quality propane, baby. Quality propane. Let's go. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the big 43 combo breaks. Busting the Hokage board to pieces overall. Yo, I appreciate that. Cyber Taurus. Thank you so much, man. 85 on the board. You are now the Hokage. Shout out to Justin though. Still the Stream Ninja with the 69. Very nice. But my man Cyber Taurus, bro, why you are busting in here like the Thanksgiving Kool-Aid Day, man? Let's go. I appreciate you. But yes, what Jackson said is very important. Don't give these people any type of views, bro. Don't give them no comments. Don't give them any views. You know, give me the comments. Give me the views instead. I don't lie to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't lie. I actually tell you guys the truth. I don't clickbait and lie. Like the guy said, did Nintendo really buy Bandai Namco? Yes, they bought Bandai Namco Singapore, you know? So yeah, man. Air frying Totina's party pizza for breakfast on Thanksgiving. Your brother. So I'm guessing you're not going over to his place. I'm guessing you're you guys don't live close or something, or you guys just aren't spending Thanksgiving together. Reminder not to deep fry frozen turkey. Do not deep fry the frozen turkey. I have a dairy allergy. It's gotten worse. Ooh, stay away from that. I don't get the Dustbloods hate. Every single Souls game has always had online focus, and Sony hired From Software on PS3 to make an online focus game with PvP, PvE for PSN. What game was that you're talking about? And yeah, well, the problem though, Leafstorm with Dustbloods is that there's no like regular single player. So, for example, if the servers get shut down or the servers are off, then you can't play the game anymore, you know? So I think that they definitely need to make some offline content or some like local content or some like single player content that you can play, like events or challenges or some things like that. So I'm kind of like cognizant of games that are always online or that are only multiplayer as well, you know? So yeah, I'm also kind of wary of stuff like that. So yeah. So I, you know, that's the reason why I'm waiting on seeing what they do, like with the PvE and all that stuff. So I'm waiting myself. I am waiting myself. Shout outs to Action Jackson though. I agree. What a happy holiday, yo. Shout outs, man. Shout outs, but yeah, it's all good. He's here. Oh, mom cooked Thanksgiving, but I'm not gonna be ready for a while. I was hungry now. Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. Okay, so Mama Jackson, shout out to, hey, yo, honestly, Jackson, tell Mama Action Jackson, tell her, even though she probably doesn't know me, doesn't care, tell her, I want you to specifically tell your mom, I said happy Thanksgiving, and I appreciate her for giving birth to you, honestly. And I don't mean that no corny stuff, man. Jack, for those who don't know, Jackson has been around. He's dealt with my stubborn self for a decade plus, even when we yell at each other. He's dealt with my stubborn self for a decade. Jackson's been rocking with me for a long time. So please tell your mom that I said happy Thanksgiving and I appreciate her. Also tell your brother that I appreciate him too. But specifically to Mama Jackson, tell her I said happy Thanksgiving, please. That would be nice if you could. Let's see here. OJ, can people be mad about Dustbloods being exclusive when Bloodborne was a whole exclusive? Yeah, people can be mad, but the thing about it is that, like, a lot of people like PlayStation, so it's a little bit different when it's PlayStation and you already have the system or you like the system compared to Nintendo, where a lot of Souls fans probably don't care about Nintendo, Nintendo systems. Like, a lot of Souls fans maybe don't buy a Nintendo system because Souls games don't usually come to Nintendo systems, so or at least the new ones. Jin's theme, Blazing Blazer says Jin's theme from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Thank you so much, Blazing Blazers. Yes, sir. Jin's theme. Jin that's an awesome theme. And yes, I can play that for you. All right, Jin's theme. Jin's theme. There you go, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's go. Demon's Souls was an online focus game. There was a boss even in the game where you had to fight another player in the back of the box, mainly praising the revolutionary online. Well, yeah, I played Demon's Souls back in the day, but you can play Demon's Souls completely offline. There's like a single player campaign and story and all that. So we have to wait and see. I'm not sure if Dustbloods have that, has that. But yes, it was a pretty revolutionary online infused single player experience. But yeah, like, you can play Demon's Souls completely offline. You do not need to be online to play Demon's Souls, like, to beat the game. Do you think the new studio is going to be more of a support studio? I think it's going to be more of a support studio. Yeah, they're not going to be making like brand new IPs for Nintendo and stuff. I think it's going to be to help support their games. Splatoon 4 is probably going to be one of them, Chrono Rig, that I think that they're going to be heavily involved with, because they were involved with Splatoon, I think 2 and 3, or 3 for sure. Only find out about these dumb grifters on the stream or when I see their corny thumbnails. Yeah, make sure if you guys see the grifter thumbnails, just go ahead and click the 3 buttons on the side. Don't recommend the channel. Like I said, the views are starting to tank for some of these guys. The views are starting to tank. So yeah. Tell me why YouTube got the nerve to recommend Teddy video when I don't even look at his content. Yeah, just don't recommend it. Just click the little thing, don't recommend it. But yeah, that was what was happening to me too. People just be getting recommended. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to watch this depressing content of just this dude making up stuff just to be angry all day. Like, what's going on here? It's just grift. Videos 207. Hey, what's up, Videos? Happy Thanksgiving, man. I appreciate it. I wonder how bad the turkey will taste when the football player eat it at the end of each game. I'm excited for Chiefs Cowboy. I bet it tastes actually pretty good. I think it actually, they probably got like a professional, one of the highest quality chefs to make that turkey. So I'm guessing, General Zamora, that it tastes absolutely incredible. I'm guessing it tastes absolutely incredible because NFL, I mean, obviously, billion-dollar corporation. I'm pretty sure they bring in like one of the greatest chefs like in the area. Wherever city they're at, they probably bring in the best chef because like they usually feed the crews there. So yeah. The Hokage name is wrong. It's supposed to be Cyber Taurus. Oh yeah, I thought, okay, I changed it. That's true, it is supposed to be Cyber Taurus. I'm sorry about that. Justin, your name's still up for the Stream Ninja though. Let's go. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. My bad, bro. Cyber T in the house. Let's go. Combo break. And also, we need to play another platinum streak. 2 times platinum. Let's go. Big love. So, Justin, I'm not sure if you missed this, Justin, since you're here. Kirby Air Riders, good opening in Japan. 195,594 units sold in the first week, or in the first few days in Japan. Not bad at all when it comes to Kirby Air Riders for a spin-off game. Switch 2 sold 126,953 units, so not bad as well for that. And yeah, the PS5 got a bump in sales due to the lower price model. It sold 36,983 units. So yeah. I read people being mad at NSO. My guy, the base one is $20 a year. Yeah, I see that quite a bit with people talking about NSO. I guess it never really gets brought up with PlayStation or Xbox, that if you want to play an online game there, you're going to have to spend upwards of, I think, $80 to play. I think that's the minimum to play online for the year for PlayStation or Xbox is $80. But I see people bringing up Nintendo NSO a lot. So yeah, I see people adding the cost of the system and adding the cost of the online. I see them adding all sorts of expenses. But when it's a PlayStation game, they never do that. Like Nintendo, I think, is the only thing where they say it's a $600 game. I saw there was a video, a $600 issue, because you got to buy the online, you got to buy the game, you got to buy the system. It's like, nobody does that. If you want to play, Bloodborne, people said, oh, I got to buy, it's $500 game, I got to buy the game, plus I got to pay for the online, I got to pay for, or pay for the, like, people don't do that. But it's like, whatever, it's pretty typical now at this point. I'm so used to it. It's like become normal for that. So yeah, brother, please put any pictures about subject you're talking about so people can skip when they're watching the VODs. I mean, yeah, man, I'm not gonna, you said put pictures about what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry, brother, that's a lot of work. Putting up pictures each time. I mean, this is just supposed to be a chill stream that you have on in the background, like when you're running or when you're like exercising or like when you're like eating some food. You want to just flip it on and watch me. Like, I ain't trying to, it's not like a production where it's gonna be like, oh, okay, bam, bam. It's like, it's not even like that, man. It's just kind of a chill where you guys can come and talk and hang out. It's really for the live stream peeps, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily for peeps trying to get some like organized stuff. So like, I'll probably make videos. When I make my videos, they'll go over all the topics, and those will be organized, and those will have chapters, and those will have everything that you want to, that you want to look at. But live streams, I'm not, I mean, like I said, I understand what you're trying to say, fam, but like, bro, that's a lot of work for a one-man team to be like putting pictures, organized, and do like, I mean, for that. But like I said, when I do my videos, of course, you're gonna have your chapters. You're gonna be able to skip to exactly where you need to go. So this is really more for the people that just want to hang out live and ask me questions and stuff like that. Not necessarily for replay, but I feel you though, fam. I feel you. Like one of these days, I'll be able to get someone, an editor, to be able to do all of that type of stuff where we could add in all that, So yeah. Come on, OJ, don't give them clicks. I don't give any of them clicks. I find it interesting that Nintendo's only buying 80% of Bandai Namco Singapore, just like what they did with Monolith Soft and Nintendo Cube. No, that's actually pretty standard. Go away, please. Nintendo actually explained why they did that. So they buy 80% now at this point, and then once everything stabilizes, they buy the rest of the shares. So it's definitely a little bit of a fail-safe as well, just in case things go south, but it probably won't. But yeah, they're gonna buy 80% now, and then once things stabilize, they'll acquire the rest of the shares afterwards. So that's actually pretty standard business for Nintendo, at least how they like buy stuff. So yeah. So it's not anything different for Nintendo. They've done that before. That's kind of how they do it. We'll see how long it takes them to acquire the rest of the shares though. But I'm guessing it won't be too much longer. So yeah, I'm guessing it won't be too much longer overall. Let's see here. OJ, can you confirm sign language about the grifters? Sign language. I used to know sign language a little bit. I took a class in college, but I forgot. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Matt? 96. Thank you for coming out here. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, we need Nintendo to lock in platinum talent. We need Astral Chain 2. I don't think they need to buy platinum to get Astral Chain 2. If they want Astral Chain 2, they simply can just, buy it, or simply just pay for Astral Chain 2 like they did for Astral Chain 1. But I think what the situation is with Astral Chain, like with platinum, is that platinum they've got huge investments from like Tencent and stuff like that. So buying them is a little bit trickier than it would be like buying just like a straight up support studio, Platinum Games, like, they actually make titles, like they actually like make titles, not support. So far, Nintendo's just been buying support studios. Now, they did buy Next Level Games, but Next Level Games makes something for them specifically, right? Specifically with that, and they don't really go outside of that. Platinum Games makes a lot of games outside of Nintendo stuff too. So I don't think Nintendo's gonna buy Platinum Games. Like, I don't think they're gonna buy them at all. No, I don't think so. That one becomes trickier. So that's why I said Talent Launch Studio. Just, if you want Astral Chain 2, just pay for Astral Chain 2. You don't need to buy talent from them, or you don't need to try to buy some other, like, I don't even know how that would work. You can't, like, buy developers. Either you buy the development studio or you don't. Like, you can't do, like, one or the other, you know? So it's like, I don't know if, like, you try to poach them from their teams, but once again, you don't need to do all that. Like, that's extra. You don't need to do all that. All you got to do is just say, hey, Platinum, let's make Astral Chain 2, and they'll say, okay, let's make it, you know? So I don't think you need to do any, like, all this extra stuff that you're talking about. All you got to do is just say, hey, let's do it, and you know, pay them to make the game, like, just like they did with Astral Chain 1, you know? That's all you got to do. So you don't got to go any extra or try to poach them or try to, you know, buy the studio. Just approach them and say, hey, let's do it, and then they'll be like, okay, cool, you know? Like, that's all you got to do. Let's see here. Didn't Tencent already buy a majority of Platinum? I don't think they bought a majority of Platinum. I think they gave an investment. So I think it's a little bit different. I don't think they bought them because Platinum, they're not public. So I think they gave them an investment. And I'm guessing it's a business, like, contractual to, like, revenue share for split for sales on certain games. So we'll see, you know. Most Nintendo's acquisitions are studios that have long-standing history with Mercury Steam. Could be a reasonable consideration. Yeah, I think Mercury Steam could definitely be probably a bit more likely than Platinum, just because Mercury Steam, I mean, yes, they've worked with Nintendo, but Mercury Steam has worked with Nintendo on, like, legacy IP. You know, it seems like Nintendo will go after companies that work with legacy IP. Platinum doesn't work with legacy IP. Platinum makes Bayonetta, which is not Nintendo's IP, and they make Astral Chain for Nintendo. And they made the Wonderful 101. These are all either new or IPs that Nintendo doesn't own. They own Astral Chain. They no longer own the Wonderful 101. They used to, but they let Platinum have it. So, or use it, or whatever. But you guys see what I'm trying to say. It's not like Platinum works on, like, you know, I mean, Platinum did work on Star Fox, so it's not like they're you know, they're completely okay, we don't work on Nintendo stuff, but they did work on Star Fox, but that game was not a huge success. So, Star Fox 0. So it's possible that maybe they do with Platinum, but I don't think so. I don't think so. But we will see. We will see. I think that just essentially just approaching them and saying, hey, let's do Astral Chain 2. I think that's the best bet for that. Or Bayonetta 4, you know, Bayonetta 4, Astral Chain, like, I think that is something that they'll probably do, you know. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Donnie. Playing Dishonored for Thanksgiving weekend, be easy. Why would you ruin your Thanksgiving weekend by playing Dishonored? No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. Dishonored's good. I was so hyped for that game. This is why I hate, like, this is why I hate, not that I hate, but this is why I never should have tried to get into PC gaming, and Dishonored ruined it. That game ruined it for me, okay? It ruined Dishonored for me. I should have just bought it on 360 or something like that instead of trying to be a PC gamer back in the day. Anyway, I bought it for my laptop, and it was just a weird game to play on there and not play with, like, my surround sound, like, with on a big screen TV, because I had it on a laptop and I was trying to play it on there. So gosh, I messed things up. I messed it up. I messed that game up for me. I messed it up. I should have just bought it like normal. Let's see here. I can see Nintendo buying Panic Button. That would be a big, with porting third-party games. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's been a popular one that people are saying that they could buy. We'll see, though. Well, technically they did with Star Fox Zero. Well, yeah, you're behind, J2. I did say that they did that with Star Fox Zero. That's what I did say that. So I think you're behind on the stream. Why are you crushing this man's Thanksgiving time fun? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, Dishonored's a good franchise. It's a good franchise. It's not for me, but it's a good franchise for sure. It's definitely good. Yo, Shaw X. Dishonored is terrible. No, it's not terrible. Dishonored is not a terrible franchise. It's not terrible. It's okay. It's okay. It's good. It's not bad. Shoutouts to Shaw X with the $5 dono. By the way, I beat Ninja Gaiden 4. Not as good as the first two, but better than 3 Platinum games and Team Ninja. Great combo for action games. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing with Ninja Gaiden. I still got to check that one out, man. I still got to check that one out. Let's see here. Whoa, the Dishonored hate is crazy. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to be everybody's style of game, but no, it's okay. I played Dishonored. How many hours did I put into Dishonored? Let me double check my Steam. I played it on Steam. This is why, once again, I tried to be a PC gamer at that time, and I failed spectacularly. I tried to be a PC gamer, and I completely failed. I completely failed at it. It'll be interesting to see how Platinum Games is going forward. I'm kind of nervous. That some of their top talent left. I mean, well, they made Ninja Gaiden 4 without some of that top talent. It's a pretty good game. Well, they made it in collaboration with Koei Tecmo, but I think they'll be fine. You know, they'll get new people in, and they'll find some way to get it done like they always do. Yeah, I figured that you were behind a bit. Do you think Nintendo could approach Ubisoft in regards to Milan or Ubisoft Montpellier the same way? Montpellier? I'm probably saying that wrong. The same way that they did with Bandai Namco. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Nintendo is. I just don't think they would work with a Western studio like that. Not Ubisoft, like not them. But I mean, it's definitely possible. But I don't think so. There's also Steam Black Friday discounts and events going on. Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord. That's 50% off. Also, Persona 5 Royal is $20 on Steam. Metaphor Refantasio is $34. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade is $20. God of War Ragnarok is $47. So there's some deals on Steam. Some pretty good big games. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 16, $25 as well. So if you're into Steam, check that out. Forza on PC. Let's see here. Also, big love to Dake Beam Center X with the 68 months. Let's see here. How do you feel about Kirby Air Riders launch and also UK and Spain? I haven't seen the UK and Spain outside of positional charts. Kirby in Japan was pretty good. Pretty good launch. Nearly 200,000, not including digital. So pretty good launch overall. Good boost for Switch 2 system sales as well. I snagged SMT5 Vengeance on Switch physical for 20 USD. Nice. That's pretty good. The Switch version, though, they need to uncap that frame rate so they can get that going at 60. All right, let's see how much time I put into Dishonored. I put 8.7 hours into Dishonored, and I last played it on December 28th, 2012. So it was a little bit after Christmas, right? Or right around Christmas time, I just decided I'm done. This is why I had depression. My life was terrible in... This is why I had depression. I never had it clinically, but this is why I had depression. Because I'm playing Dishonored around Christmas time. That would make... I'm playing a first-person adventure on my ghetto PC. Yeah, I did it to myself. I did my own depression that I had, or why my life was terrible, is because I'm playing Dishonored on Steam around Christmas time. You already know there was something wrong with me. If that definitely something. I don't know. If I could go back, I'd smack the hell out of myself and tell, why would you be playing Dishonored around Christmas time? Yeah, I deserve to have the depression that I had. That's why I had depression. What am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I? Yeah, that's why playing this game on that laptop would give you depression in 2012. That would give you depression. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, 2012. I just opened up my Steam. That's the last time I played it. I put 8.7 hours, so I actually put a good amount of, I mean, not a great amount of time, but I mean, I put a okay amount of time. 8 hours. That's more than I think any of you guys thought that I would put into that game. But yeah, I should have just bought it. I should have just bought it on 360. If I would have just bought it on 360, which, in that the Wii U had just came out, like in November. So the Wii U had been out for like a month, and so I think I beat all the games. I beat Ninja Gaiden, I beat New Super Mario Bros, I played Nintendo Land. I don't think I had anything else. All I had like Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge, I had New Super Mario Bros, and I had Nintendo Land. I think I beat Ninja Gaiden, I beat New Super Mario Bros. I didn't have nothing else to play, so I think that's the reason why I was playing that. But I can tell you my life was terrible at that time. Like, goodness gracious. It was terrible. I was like, I'm getting hot right now, man. Like, I'm getting I'm getting anxiety thinking about that time period. I gotta cool down. Like, oh man. Let's see here. Yeah, I played it. Yeah, I bought it day one. I bought Dishonored day one. At the time I was covering it, it was getting a lot of hype. It was getting a ton of hype. It was getting like, this is the next big third-party franchise game. So I got hyped about it. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, let me buy it on PC. I'll get the best performance on PC. But then you take away playing on the TV, like with surround sound and all that. So yeah. How you put 8 hours into that, but only 20 minutes into Hi-Fi Rush? I don't know, dude. I know, seriously. How did I? You know what? I'll keep it a buck. I think back then I was more willing. Back then I was more willing to give games a chance for longer that like I don't usually or typically play. In today's day, since my time is more limited, I have less patience with games that I'm just like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't click, if it's a franchise that if it's like a franchise or if it's like a series or if it's like whatever, I don't usually play. It's a shorter leash. If it's like a JRPG or if it's a franchise that I know that I play, like I'll give it a longer leash. But back then I gave stuff way longer time periods to get like to try to get good, you know, or to like see if it'll get better. But in today's day, I don't do that. So I think that's the reason why like Starfield, you know, Hi-Fi Rush, games that are like I don't have the time anymore. Back then, PlayerEssence, I was trying to run PlayerEssence, but it was failing, like it was not going well. You know, actually no. At that I think at that time I had quit my job to do PlayerEssence and things were not looking good. I mean, I was just starting out though. Doing full time, but I was miserable. I was running the website. I was trying to do video content and I didn't have a good work-life balance. It was not good. And then my daughter was really little. So then there was also challenges with raising like a newborn, you know, at the same time. So yeah, the Wii U was also failing. So you would just get people like Nintendo content creators would just get relentlessly trolled online, you know, from people. So it was also, I was dealing with all that too, as well. And I was also saying stupid stuff as well. So it was just not a great time period. Let's see, you can possess a rat. It was dope for the first time. That's true. You can possess a rat. You can do that. That's true. Let's see, why the heck Pokemon games never get discounts? Pokemon games never get discounts. I mean, they do get discounts. But you're not going to see discounts as much because those games sell really well, so they don't need to. But you'll see, you can usually get Pokemon games for cheaper, physical at some places. You'll see them for a bit cheaper at times and stuff. So yeah. Or you can simply just buy them used. I mean, people will sell them to you as well. You started PE during the Wii U era. Oh boy. Well, I started it actually before the Wii U era. I started it in I started PlayerEssence at the very end of the Wii era in 2010. Let's see here. I met you around the time of the Wii U launch when you were playing Dishonored, the PU website of Blackball trolling. Good times. Oh yeah, man. Good times. Yeah, yeah. Good times. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I deserve some of that though, in my opinion. Like, or in fairness, I said a lot of stupid things too. So, I mean, anything that came my way, it was my fault. I'm not gonna blame everybody else. Like, you know, me getting trolled or me trolling. That stuff, that's all my fault. I'm not gonna blame anybody but myself, you know. So that's just inexperience when it comes to dealing with stuff. So yeah. So I'm not blaming anybody else. That's my fault for getting trolled and stuff like that. That's my fault. That's my fault for my website not doing as well as it could have. It's my fault for my YouTube channel not doing as well. It's all, I blame myself for all of that. So yeah. No, no excuses here. But shout outs, Jackson. I appreciate you, you know, being around back then. But yeah, it was around 13 years ago now at this point. Let's see, place we were all here back then, things would have been better. you know the thing about it though, party man, I'm not upset with stuff like that, because the thing about it is that, like, you gotta learn to get better. Like, most people aren't like Michael Jordan, where you're just good from the beginning. You're good at a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people aren't like that. Most people, you gotta work to get better. And that's what I did on the channel. I took all the stuff that was bad, getting trolled or whatever the case is, and like being upset like that. I said, all right, let me do better in the future. Let me try to do better. Let me not get as upset. Let me not do this. And now, like, nothing really shakes me anymore. People control, people can say whatever they want. And, like, I don't really get upset. Like, people will say, oh, you got upset. Nah, I don't really get upset. People can say whatever they want. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I use that instead of responding and getting upset and doing all this. I use that to create my streams and to be able to have fun and to be able to make content that I enjoy instead of focusing on what's not fun, you know, or focusing on what's not good. You know, some people take too much time doing that. I decided, hey, I'm going to focus on what's good. And when I started just focusing on what I like and what's good, channel did better, live streams did better, everything did better. So yeah, it's like I said, a learning experience, you know, so I'm okay with that. I'm sure you guys had with Nintendo content during the Wii U era, but the Switch, I think I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Wii U. Yeah, I think that the Wii U obviously did a good job in some respects in terms of teaching Nintendo what's good and what's bad and what you can and what you can't do. So yeah, I agree. It was absolutely necessary. They had to fail upward, as my old coach used to say. If you're gonna fail upward, you know. Like if you have a failure, if you have something that doesn't go well for you, make sure that you build off of that. Like, okay, yeah, I messed up here, but I'm going to take this, and this that was good about the system or good about the experience, and I'm going to apply that to do better next time, because now you have the experience of what didn't work, you know? So yeah. I don't control who's on the Spawncast, man. I mean, I can suggest people, but I don't really control Spawncast peeps and all that, man. So yeah. Hey OJ, happy Thanksgiving. I just got here. Was just wondering, what does Nintendo gain from buying Bandai Namco Singapore? Yeah, Sabo, basically what they gain is that they gain a development support studio. So somebody that's going to be able to come in and help them with their games, whether it's going to be Splatoon series, for example. They've already, that studio in particular has already helped out with other Nintendo games, and Splatoon has been one of them. So I'm probably thinking that Splatoon 4, they're going to be a heavy art and art assets and support studio for the Splatoon team to make Splatoon 4 and to get that going. So yeah, that's really just like Shiver, just like when they bought Shiver, support studio. You know, they just need more resources because game development is getting bigger for Nintendo. Games are taking longer to make and all of that. So that's the reason why. So that's the reason why that they're doing that, you know. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why that they're doing that overall. So I have also something. I think somebody else did something here. Yeah, and they also did support for new Pokemon Snap. So they have experience working with Pokemon art assets and stuff like that. They also have experience with Splatoon. So Nintendo purchased them because they have already been helping out with a few games here and there. So they know Switch development, you know, and they also know PC ports and stuff like that. So they have a lot of experience with just great development atmosphere. And they're probably efficiently ran or run. You know, they do what you tell them to do. So I'm guessing that's the reason why, Sabo, that they decided to go ahead and purchase Bandai Namco, which they actually said that, but those are the games. Like, they said Splatoon, but they also helped out with new Pokemon Snap. So, yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody here, man. I appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully all you guys are having a great Thanksgiving day, or going to have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. So, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel, yeah, after a second seating, if I'm not vibing, I just let it go. Yeah, like, I'll let games go. I almost dropped, I dropped games during my live streams of the game. Like, I've been known to drop games during the live stream of the game. Like, I've dropped many games during a live stream. I dropped Starfield during a live stream. I got to a point where I was just, somebody was, and like, there's all these different options and color coding, and I just said, man, I'm good. I tried the game again later. I tried to play. It's just too slow, too lethargic, too Bethesda, too Western. So I just said, screw it, man. I'm good on this gameplay. I'm good on this game. I'm getting nauseous in the first person. Sometimes I got to go to third person. The third person's kind of janky. I'm out. So I skipped it. All right. I didn't play it anymore. Hi-Fi Rush, it was just corny, you know, like, it was just like ding 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 down down, like hitting people with guitars and stuff like that. So I just got tired of, like, guitar hitting and like having like be on beat and then like dancing while I'm trying to hit people and stuff and like bashing people over the head like music like with the guitar or something. I'm like, this is stupid. It's a good game, but I'm just corny. I don't want to be music rock band hitting people with guitars and stuff. You know, it was just I just got tired of that. I was like, this is corny. I don't want to play. I don't like the character. I don't like why he looks looking like Where's Waldo. Like, I got tired of looking like just Where's Waldo without the glasses. So I just got tired of it. So I just said, screw it. I was streaming the game. I just cut it off. I said, guys, this game ain't for me. I'm out. So yeah, it's just not my vibe, man. Not my style at all. Like listen, that game is like heavy on the sauce, right? Like, I give it credit for being saucy. It's heavy on the sauce, but it's not my type of sauce. It's not my type. It's like Captain Planet. Like, that game, it's like corny. Some people will like Captain Planet, not me. People love Captain Planet back in the day. I used to watch people go to school. Yo, you watch Captain Planet? I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I did. You know what I'm saying? But people love Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Like, that's what that game reminds me of. It's like green mullet with some dun-dun-duns. You know, it's like, some people like it. It's cool, you know, but it's just not for me. You know, it's just not for me. I don't want to be musically hitting people over the head with guitars and stuff like while doing to a beat. And just, I'm good. I'm good. Let's see here. Do you think Atlas will have games like Metaphor and SMT at 60? Will have big games like Persona at 70? Yeah, I talked about that in my video today. I think it's definitely possible that they maybe adjust their pricing in the future. Let's see. Would you ever get involved with developing a game? If the right opportunity presented itself, yeah. Excuse me. You love that Warzone stream? Okay, listen. If you guys pay me to do the stream, I'll love it. I did play Warzone, and you know what? Listen, that was a sponsored stream, so I'll enjoy it for what it is. You know. Oh man. Let's see here. You know how many times I pet the cat in Hi-Fi Rush? I'll be honest, man. I don't care. But I'm gonna ask you. How many times did you pet the cat in Hi-Fi Rush? I'm not a fan of the game. So many sales. Be careful not to doom scroll. Drink water. Enjoy your loved ones. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm not doom scrolling today. He's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Yeah, like I'm not taking pollution down to none. I'm just leaving. I'm out. I said I love the Minecraft. Oh my god, the Minecraft stream. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm telling you, man, the two things that are the most depressing. When I had to play Minecraft with you, Psycho Pie, and when I had to play, and when me and my daughter were playing Minecraft, and I had no idea what was going on, and she was like, you know, she was doing it on my. I was happy to be there and play with her, but man, Minecraft to me is just a game that like it's like I understand the appeal, but it's just not for me. Like, I do not like Minecraft at all. I am not a fan of Minecraft at all. But I understand why people like it. I get it. It makes sense why it's good. Like, I'm not even trying to hate on like the impact of Minecraft. Like, it's crazy. I know for a lot of you guys, like, Minecraft is for a lot of you youngins, it's your Super Mario. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think there might be kids that play Super Mario, the original NES game, be like, this is trash compared to Minecraft. Minecraft, you can do all this stuff. Super Mario, all you can do is go jump. You get a couple power-ups, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, ghetto graphics. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, I get it. Different eras, but it's just not for me. I never seen LJ wanted to end the stream so hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Happy Thanksgiving. What's on the menu? I mean, we're cooking. We got rice, we got chicken, we got turkey, we got stuffing, we got pie, we got all sorts of stuff, man. We got all sorts of stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of different things. Okay, my mouse is drifting. Did Nintendo make this mouse? Is it a Joy-Con mouse? Yeah, my mouse is drifting. Is it because of this? Okay, that's the reason why my mouse, it was on top of something. My other mouse was on top of something else. That's the reason why I was drifting. Bro, go eat. We're not eating till later, man. We're not eating till my brother's coming in. My sister, they're all coming in. Like it was a situation that happened this morning. My mom got a brand new kitchen, right? She got a brand new kitchen, brand new oven, brand new everything, and it was working. Everything was fine. The ovens were fine, but apparently, this morning she tried to use one of the ovens and not working. So yeah, so we had to split up the turkeys. One at my house here, one at my sister's house. So yeah, we're gonna the food's gonna be ready a little bit later. So I'm chilling here. But I always like to stream on Thanksgiving, whenever I can. Last year I think we hosted Thanksgiving, or there was an issue where I had to be somewhere, so I couldn't stream. But I usually stream on, like, I don't think I've missed a Thanksgiving in like years in terms of like streaming. I always like to stream because some people don't have family to stream, so we like to have the PlayerEssence family, you know, at least to have some type of interaction, you know, on Thanksgiving with other people. Some people don't have that, you know, so I want to give, and I do the same thing for Christmas. If I can stream on Christmas, I will. Sometimes I can't, but if I can, I will. Just like I said, give people, you know, something, because some people don't have family, you know, at least family that don't want to hang out. I mean, it's like it's sad too, because some people, they don't have no family that cares about them, you know? So at least I try to say, hey, look, you got some interaction. Somebody saying happy Thanksgiving to you. Somebody saying, you know, thank you. Somebody showing some type of appreciation, you know? At least we need something, you know? So yeah. Yeah, it's not even 9. Yeah, about 9 a.m. Not even 9 yet. So it's 8:47. So yeah. Tell your family. We all said I will. I'll tell them all happy Thanksgiving from Party Man and from everybody here, man. It seems like Nintendo has stopped the ZA bundle. I wonder why. Should have kept it in the holidays. Some places are there, but it's very limited. I don't think they stopped the ZA bundle. I think the ZA bundle's been selling really well because most people that want Pokemon Legends ZA and don't have a Switch 2 are gonna buy the bundle. I don't know if they stopped it though. Like, I'm not sure if they stopped it. I think they had a print run of it and maybe it sold so well through that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have more because the Mario Kart bundle is going to be phased out or is already starting to phase out. So they're not going to keep on, they're going to ship all those Mario Kart bundles that they have. And then those are going to phase out. The Pokemon bundle, they never said anything about that phasing out. So I think right now it's just kind of hard to find it because a lot of people that like Pokemon are buying that bundle to get Pokemon. So I think it'll stabilize itself. It'll become more common in a bit. So yeah. Thankfully we can do mods. Okay, never. You're talking to somebody else. Let's see here. Green bean casserole. Nah, wait. I don't eat any green bean casserole. No. Go to dessert for Thanksgiving. I mean, if there's some apple pie, I'll eat the apple pie, but I'll take out all the apples. Like, if they're big, nasty, soggy apples, I'll take out the apples, and my brother will look at me like I'm crazy, like always, because he hates when I do that. But I'll bleep and do it again. The Goofy meme, I'll bleep and do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again, and I'll do it again. I don't like those apples in there. It's stupid. They should make them like more like harder or crispy or like crunchy. I don't know why you make an apple pie as a soggy apple. I don't want to eat a soggy apple. But anyway, yeah, if there's apple pie there, I'm definitely going to eat the crust, and I'm going to eat some of the filling, and I'm going to remove the apples. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell my brother, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Going for any Black Friday deals? Nothing, no games just yet. I'll see what's going on though. I will see what's going on. No love for pumpkin pie. If there's pumpkin pie there, yeah, I'll eat pumpkin pie too. Yep. If it's there, I'll eat it. If it's there, I will. I'm eat Chinese food for lunch. Chinese food, nice. Let's see. Is it true you're making a tofu key for your guest? Is it true? I never said anything like that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? OJ speaks heresy. No, it's the truth. That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta do. You love soggy cereal? I don't love soggy cereal. No. Had trouble finding Splatoon 3 for 30. That was moving fast. I think they have it. It should be stocked pretty well at Amazon, right? Did they have it on $30 at Amazon? Splatoon. Let me see what. I might pick up some of those. Oh, they don't have it for $30. Yeah, they don't have it. I mean, they have the Splatoon bundle for digital. Splatoon 3 plus the expansion pass for 60. They have Endless Ocean for 40. Yeah, they don't have Splatoon physical on Amazon for that price. They have Unicorn Overlord. That's 24 or 25. Oh, they do have Paper Mario, but it's just all digital codes. They don't have like the physical games on Amazon. So yeah. They do not have those, but other places have them. Let me see if Best Buy has that deal. Splatoon 3. Let's see if it's if we can find out on Amazon. 1 terabyte. Just wait. In the next 2 years or so, those 1 terabytes are gonna be like $99 or something like that, or cheaper. So let's see if Splatoon. Let's see if they have a Black Friday deal for. Yep. Best Buy has them, but they don't have them. Yeah, you can't find them in the stores. You can't. You gotta get the warehouse. You'll get it by. I'll get mine by December 3rd if I want to buy Splatoon 3 physical. So yeah, that's $30. Splatoon 3. So they do have it at, but you gotta order it. You gotta order it online. You gotta order it online, and they'll ship it to you. So there's that. There is that. What does Nintendo buying Bandai Singapore do? It gives them extra support studio to help with probably third-party games like Shiver, or to help with first-party games, because Bandai Namco Singapore, they actually were support for Splatoon 3 in addition to new Pokemon Snap. So I'm guessing that Nintendo's gearing up and getting ready for Splatoon 4, and this would be a great time, obviously, to have them. They were probably already working on it, but now this would be a great time to just go ahead and lock them in, so you can just, have them help out with other stuff too, because you enjoyed their work, or you felt that their work was pretty good. So yeah, I think that they're a pretty good support studio. Like I said, new Pokemon Snap, that was pretty good. Art, assets, and stuff like that. That's what they do, is art. Splatoon's art was great. The support in terms of making art assets and stuff like that, and generating things, and taking some of the load off of the main developers. So I think that just having Bandai Namco Singapore as development support is good. Nintendo's going to need more developers. Like, they've been hiring a lot. They've been trying to lock up. They locked up Next Level Games. They got Shiver. Now they've got Bandai Namco Singapore. So I don't be surprised if they buy some more support studios. They're not trying to buy IPs like crazy and spend. Oh, we bought $5 billion for Bungie. That doesn't make any sense. Nintendo has a million IPs. They don't need any IPs like that. They don't need them. What they need is they need developers that can get the job done, and get the job done as good as Nintendo expects it. So that's the reason why they're buying developers. They're not, or buying development studios. They're not buying IPs and buying, and spending that crazy amount of money. They're buying people that can get the job done for their games, So that's the main difference between Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. Nintendo, when they buy a development studio, Microsoft and Sony, they buy it for the flash. They buy it for like, oh, I need the IP because we need to do this and this and this. It's going to, when Nintendo's like, no, we got the IPs. It's about the people. It's about the people that work. Anything can be successful if you do some things, but you're going to need people to get it done, and get it done the way that you want it. Get it done your way. And that's why you see problems like with Destiny and or with Sony and Bungie right now. Was Bungie a Sony style studio? Maybe not. That's why they have some issues right now. Look at Firewalk or whatever the heck when Sony bought that Concord. Was Concord a Sony style studio? Not really, but they just think that, oh, we can make something. They can make money. They do this, so look at all the studios that Microsoft bought. That, like, people don't even associate those studios with Microsoft, And now Microsoft is now a bit more third party. You lose your identity, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta buy studios, and you gotta buy stuff that actually supports your vision and supports what you can do with your own IP. I would have loved for Microsoft, instead of buying all these companies to say we have all these IPs, buy development studios that can help make Gears of War, make those the way that you want them to be made. They opened up the initiative. The initiative couldn't get it done. They tried to bring in other people to help out. They couldn't get it done either. So you got to bring in people that know your IPs, that know your games, and that can get it done and get it done right. Shout outs to Dan Dips Queso. Thank you for the $5 dono. It says happy Thanksgiving. OJ picked up Metal Gear Solid, an Echo of Wisdom for 30 a piece. There you go. Let's get some Castlevania jams on this fine Turkey Day. Yes, sir. Thank you for the $5 dono. Dan Dips, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Let's go. Bungie lost a lot of good devs. Like I'm saying, like I think they bought Bungie because they said, oh, they're gonna help out with our live service and they own Destiny, you know, like, but live service isn't Sony's DNA. Live service, that's not what Sony does. They were trying to pivot to live service. That's not what they do. Sony does single player narrative adventure games, and they wanted to get into live service, but they jumped in too hard. They jumped in way too much, way too fast. You know, they should have eased their way in, you know. So yeah. No Black Friday Nintendo Switch 2 bundles, unfortunate. I guess that wouldn't make sense with everybody raising prices. I think that you're not going to get any Black Friday deals on the first couple months of the system's launch. Like, I don't recall any system that launched, you know, around Black Friday or in that time period and all of a sudden got a discount. So I mean, that's never happened from what I remember. Most systems launch either right before Black Friday or, you know, before Black Friday. Most of them don't launch after Black Friday. And I don't recall a time where there's ever been where a system launches and it immediately gets a Black Friday deal. I think maybe next year or maybe the year after. I mean, Nintendo never did any Black Friday deals in terms of a true discount on a system, even in the Wii U era. I mean, there might have been something where it was like $50 off or something like that, but I don't remember. But in the Switch 1 era, there was no actual discount, at least officially from Nintendo. It was just, oh, you can get Mario Kart 8 with, you know, like with 3 months of online plus the system for like $299. So they just give you like more value for your $300. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Nobody's expecting a Black Friday discount for a system that just launched. I mean, yeah, that's not. I mean, Sony didn't do that. Microsoft didn't do that. I mean, Microsoft systems aren't even selling that well right now, and there's no Black Friday discount at all for any Xboxes here in the U.S. at least. You know, Sony got a discount, but they're doing really well, and it's been 5 years. So, and it's their first time that they're doing a Black Friday discount 5 years in for the PS5 at least. So, so yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Rax the Great? Welcome to the stream, brother. Did we ever play the Castlevania music? Shout outs to Dan. Okay, I gotta play it right now. Shout outs to Dan Dips. Thank you for the 5, man. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, Rax. Shout outs. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Castlevania. So yeah. GF should have bought Bandai. Should have bought Bandai. Who's GF? You mean Game Freak? Here's Leon's theme. Age of Imprisonment gets more addicting than I play. 15 hours, missions get added, no hesitation. LOL. Probably the best Team Warriors game. Oh yeah. Dude, I just got to a point, no spoilers, but I got to a point where they add some really cool stuff to the game. And we're also going to be getting a better game party, man, because if you update it, there's challenges and there's other stuff that they added in, and there's other quality of life features that they added in. For example, once you go like to the battle screen down with the update, you can press the Y button and you can see the side quests. Like, it was always annoying playing the game. Like, if you want to look at the side quests, you'd have to exit out of the battle prep and you'd have to press the Y button to go into the side quests. But now you can actually go into it at the battle prep, so you can see, okay, here's who I want to put in, you know, because I need to get this side quest done. I'd still like them to be able to pull it up like during the mission. I think you might be able to pull it up during the mission too, and they need to organize it better. The side quest, there's too long of a list, but anyway, yes, the game is great and it gets better and better and better as you go on. There, you know, as you go on with the main missions, it just gets better and better and better. So I like it a lot, man. Yo, make it look easy. Thank you for the tune in tier pledge, man. I appreciate that. Combo Breaks, welcome back to Make It Look Easy, fellow content creator. Big love, brother. Make sure you guys check out his channel too. Same to you, man. I said happy Thanksgiving earlier, but you were busy. Oh, my bad, Rax. Oh, I'm so sorry, brother. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Sorry about that, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I updated, saw it's better now. See the side quest, which I like. Yes, it's definitely better. Definitely better. My bad, Rax. Let me check to see if Breath of the Wild and I don't think Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are, unless you're buying it physical from somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think it is. They've put Breath of the Wild on sale or discount before in the past, but I don't think it is. Let's double check. Yeah, not really. No, you can save $6. On Best Buy at least. $6. No discounts for that, but they have Echoes of Wisdom. Echoes of Wisdom is on sale. Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, there's a $10 sale. Best Buy has $10 sales for Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, you can get about $10 off. So nothing major for that one. But Echoes of Wisdom, there's a nice sale on that one. That one is $20 off. So that one you can get for $40. So that one's a bit cheaper. As a Switch 1 and PC player, what's the better deal? Switch 2 with Mario Kart or PS5 deal? Well, it depends on what you want to play in the future. So if you want to play first party Nintendo Switch games, then I would say that the better thing is going to be to buy the Nintendo Switch 2. If you really like first party Nintendo games, Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be essential, because the games so far, they've released 6 games this year, or 6 games, more like 6 major games, and they've all been pretty much bangers. All their major games: Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders. Like, they've got a lot of good games. And then next year, Fire Emblem and more games are coming. They're going to release a new Mario. They're going to have Zelda. They're going to have all that. So I would say it depends. I mean, if you already have PC, you can access a lot of PlayStation games already on there. I mean, I guess you could technically with Switch 1 stuff on PC, but Switch 2 stuff, there's no emulation or anything like that. So I would say that if you already have PC, you can access to all the third-party games that you want. And then with Switch 2, you can actually have access to the first-party games that are not available through emulation or anything like that, hacking, modding, glitching, or whatever. So you can play Donkey Kong Bonanza, you can play Hyrule Warriors, you can play Kirby Air Riders, you can play Mario Kart World. So I would personally say if you already have a PC that can play all this stuff, just go ahead and get a Switch 2. Because you have access to some Sony first-party games. You can play Helldivers, you can play God of War Ragnarok, you can play Horizon Forbidden West, and Death Stranding 2 is also coming to PC, right? So I think that the better deal would probably be to go with a Switch 2, and then maybe you get a PS5 later. But you have access to a lot of Sony's first-party games already. So make it look easy with the $5 dono, and says, all love, OJ and the Ninjas. Have a happy holidays. Keep it up. Always love the streams. Thank you so much. Make it look easy. I appreciate you, fam. Yeah, and keep it up too, man. Keep up with what you're doing. I know, you got your channel. You guys check them out. Make it look easy. Does some great content as well. I'm gonna make sure I link your channel real quick, my man. I'm gonna link your channel real quick, so make sure you guys check out his videos. Fellow content creator, I'm gonna link it real quick. So make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Party Man, he kind of looks like you. I just want to put that out there. So Party Man, go subscribe to Make It Look Easy's channel. I think you guys would get along. Y'all seem like y'all have the same vibe. Oh, shout outs. Let's see here. Yak Diesel with the $20 dono. Also, happy Thanksgiving. Life will change. Yak Diesel with the $20 dono says, happy Thanksgiving. All question, OJ, should one buy Metroid Prime 4 without having beaten the previous games? Yes, I would say that. Not gonna lie, I only beat Metroid Prime 1, started 2, 4, forgot about it, then San Andreas dropped LOL, save with 3 because of Bioshock. Yeah. Absolutely. And the reason why I say that is because Metroid Prime games, the other games, like how they even connect the stories are just weird and don't really matter. So in my opinion, I'm probably thinking, because this game is going to be about you versus Silex, you don't necessarily need to play all the other Metroid Prime games. It is going to be a self-contained story. Yeah, there's going to be ties to Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime 2, whatever, if you know the stories, but it's not like it's Mass Effect. It's not like it's Xenoblade Chronicles. You can play a Metroid Prime 2 game without playing Metroid Prime 1, and it'd be like, it's not like, oh my god, I didn't know all this other stuff beforehand. It don't really matter. So no, you're good, man. You're good. Just like you don't need to play Super Metroid, or you don't need to play Metroid Fusion before you play Dread. You know, Metroid Fusion, Dread, or Metroid Fusion, Super Metroid, you need to know the story kinda for all those games before Dread. Not really. You can just play Dread and enjoy it, right? Because it's self-contained within a, with a certain enemy and all that. Now, if you've played Hunters, then obviously you'll know about Silex, and that's cool. It's more impactful maybe, but nah, you don't. Metroid, you don't need to. You don't need to play the other stuff and all that. Just like, you don't need to play Super Metroid if you want to play Fusion, or if you don't need to play, Fusion if you want to play Super Metroid, or if you don't need to play the original Metroid if you want to play Metroid 2 or Metroid. You can just play them. They're so isolated and separate. Yes, they're connected, but it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. So shout out to Yak Diesel. Thank you for the $20 dono. Yo, 240 on the board. Combo breaks. Let's go. Yeah, check out this channel. Yeah, Make It Look Easy makes really cool like reaction content. He does Nintendo stuff. He does anime stuff. Like, it's actually a really cool channel. It's a dope channel. Like I said, it comes up on my feed. I watch it all the time, usually when I'm running. He does reactions to things and stuff, and he also streams. So check out his channel, guys. It's great. It's great. If you like anime, you like Nintendo content, check out his channel. It's dope. It's a dope channel. I've been watching it for a while now. Don't know. I don't remember how long. I mean, he Make It Look Easy would come by, and I remember I was like, okay, I've never heard of this guy. And then I went to a channel. I'm like, okay, cool. He talks about anime. He talks about, you know, Nintendo stuff. Talks about RPGs. You know, so he's kind of like right up our wheelhouse when it comes to the stuff that we like here. So yeah, make sure you guys go subscribe to him. Party Man is very handsome. I've seen Party Man in person. So so it's a compliment to Make It Look Easy. It's a compliment to Party Man, because Party Man's a handsome guy. So, you know, so it's a compliment. It's not a negative thing. It's a positive thing. And I'm not joking. I'm not being all like, I'm not trying to, you know, clown or anything. I'm serious. Like, so it's all good. Ubisoft posted a deep dive on AC Shadows, and honestly, the game looks amazing. They found a way to keep VRR on a portable system even at 30. That's good. VRR, that's very good. Yeah, I found OJ through his Bots and Kaitos videos way back. Okay, yeah, shoutouts. Let's go. Shoutouts to Bots and Kaitos. Great game. Happy Thanksgiving, that said. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Yeah, maybe we can do collaboration at some time. Make It Look Easy. I don't know. We'll think about something. I don't know if you're on Twitter, but send me a message if you want to. If not, that's okay too. Let's see here. Prime Hunters barely tells us anything about Sonic's background in the first place. Yeah, there you go. So that's why I say, like, with Metroid games, you can just play whatever Metroid game you want to play. Like, you don't really have to, like, all of a sudden start getting into, like, you know every single thing. You can just play and then go from there. Like, if you like Metroid Prime 4, go back and beat the other games or whatever. But I'm guessing that with Metroid Prime 4, like, dude, people are going to love Metroid Prime 4. Maybe go back and play Prime 1 or Prime 2 and think it's nowhere near as good. So I think it's the playability of Metroid Prime 4 is going to be so smooth. It is going to be so nice. People are going to, like, fall in love with the controls and, like, the frame rate and with everything, how silky smooth it is, man. So it's like, I honestly cannot wait to see how the game reviews, to see what people think. I played it at Best Buy and I had a blast, man. I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, man, like, it's I think it's going to be good. Absolutely, Make It Look Easy. I'm good, man. I'm good. I am good. We can do something sometime. On your channel, my channel, we do both of our channels, whatever. Part 1, part 2, whatever the case is. Shout outs to Yak Diesel though. Thank you for the big $20 dono, man. Also, Dawson with the 68 months says, yo, ninjas, just passing to wish y'all happy Thanksgiving day, week. Enjoy your family and loved ones. Yes, enjoy family and loved ones. Shout outs, let's go. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you guys, man. Happy Thanksgiving. So yeah. Also awesome on the double platinum combo breaker. Hooray, this makes me happy. Yes, double platinum, almost platinum and a half. 10 more combos, or 2 times platinum, 2.5 times. So I appreciate that. My man, Yak Diesel coming through. Make It Look Easy. Dan Dips Queso. Dank Meme coming through. Cyber Taurus, Justin. Well, we got a sexy jutsu at the beginning of the stream, so I appreciate you guys. Seriously, I'm thankful for everybody that spends some time on this holiday, even if you don't celebrate. Thank you for spending your random Thursday here as well. So I appreciate that, you know. Gonna hop in the shower before the game. Back at the streams going later. All right, take it easy. Yeah, I gotta get the stream. I gotta get the I don't know how I'm gonna get the NFL going. My mom's TV is, I think it's kind of messed up in the living room. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to get the NFL going some way. I'm gonna have to get the NFL going. So I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point. You know, I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, it's okay. Never mind. It's already live. The Packers versus. Is it live? Yeah, it looks like it's live. Oh, it's on Tubi. Okay, yeah, you can watch it on Tubi, but I don't think my mom's TV there has to. I gotta get my mom a new TV. We need a new TV for that living room. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Appreciate you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's see here. Yo, Gangsta Slayer, what's up, man? Good morning. Yes, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving for those who celebrate. Shout outs. If you guys have questions too, you can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your questions. We also had a video this morning. I know it was probably early. A lot of you guys, you know, probably didn't wake up for this one, but I had a video talking about Atlas and how they made a mistake when it comes to their RPG decisions, because they're not selling as well as maybe they would have liked, considering the acclaim for the games. So I think they're looking at Clair Obscur like, wait a minute, hold up. Y'all sold how many copies of Clair Obscur? Why aren't we selling that many copies of Metaphor Refantasio? You know, so, and I think that's the reason why Mr. Hashino's like, oh, I want to make JRPG 3.0. I want to change the presentation. They saw Clair Obscur and was like, wait a minute, hold up. Y'all sold that many copies that quickly? All right, hold up. We might need to rethink what we doing here, bruh. We might need to rethink it a little bit. So yeah. Why do you think Xenoblade games don't sell as well despite so popularity? I think you meant the popularity. Why don't I think that they do? Because they're very complex JRPGs. Complex JRPGs like Xenoblade don't necessarily light up the sales charts, and they never really have. So that's the reason why. Story heavy, complex RPGs aren't massive sellers, you know. 91 Gamer Boy, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? The game starts at 10. Okay, the game starts at 10. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Metroid Prime 4 just downloaded and installed. The countdown begins. Hey, there you go. I'm making a cake. Are you having family over, J2 Blue? Are you gonna go see family for Thanksgiving? Let's go. Cakes are good. Cakes for Thanksgiving. Okay. Okay. Something. But let me ask you a question though, J2. Are you gonna play the Nintendo 3DS? Are you gonna play the 3DS after you eat the cake? Just be careful about the cake and the 3DS. You know, you got to keep the 3DS. Please keep the 3DS and the cake separate, okay? And if you do have the cake and the 3DS together, please have the cleaning cloth. You know, have the cleaning cloth ready to go. Make sure that you have the screen cleaner. You know, so J2, I'm gonna show you how to get it done. You know, actually, I think I'm gonna get copyrighted. I'm gonna show you how to get it done, J2. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to do this right here. Hold up, give me 1 second. Let me just play this. We got to, you know, give it a spray or two. You take the 3DS. You know, here's my 3DS that I've played recently. You know, you just kind of wipe it. You know, wipe it down a bit. So there we go. Kind of wipe it down a bit. You know, J2. Here we go. Just give it a good wipe or so. Clean up the sides, you know, clean up around the analog sticks. Go ahead and give it a good wipe down on the screen. Nice 480, 240p screen. Oh man. So go ahead and just do that a little bit. There we go. Looking absolutely spectacular. Yeah, it's been years since that post on Twitter, and I you know, it's actually messed up that I still troll J2 for this. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't said it in a while, so I thought that I'd bring it up today. You know, it's been a while since the whole 3DS thing. So there you go. And here's my 3DS. It's a nice Majora's Mask edition 3DS. So now, as you can see, the 3DS is in perfect condition. You know, as you can see, the 3DS is looking incredibly nice. So there you go. You gotta just, you know, you gotta just do that, and you're good, J2. You know, you're good. Hey, what's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? I see that video. You first surprised me. You were actually live right now. Thought I was seeing things. I'm at work. This has helped me through the work. Hey, it's all good, man. Shout outs. Thank you. I don't know what you do, and you don't have to say, don't say what you do for a living, but, you know, obviously working on Thanksgiving, you guys are very important as well, man. So shout outs. Let's see. Here we go. The funniest thing about the funniest thing about that post, J2, is that you knew there was an issue and you're like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, he tried to like pull it off. Like, he said he posted a picture of the 3DS, and the 3DS was so crusty, and I don't know what he was talking about, but he was like, oh yeah, don't mind my 3DS. I said, no, I am gonna mind your 3DS. What do you mean don't mind your What do you mean don't mind it? No, I am gonna mind it. Why is that 3DS so crusty? Like, he said don't mind my 3D. He said don't worry about it. I said no, I am gonna worry about it. We're gonna have a talk about this, young man. You can't be posting a 3DS looking like that, looking like a GameStop used 3DS, bro. You ever seen back in the day, they would put the systems in like a controller? Bro, they don't even clean it at GameStop, bro. They be accepting controls. They don't even clean them. You have kids with Cheeto, Dookie stains, all sorts of Doritos, all sorts of gunk, and they just put it in a bag and just put it on the thing. Like, can't y'all even, like, the laziness of the GameStop employees. Now, J2's 3DS was not that crusty as a used controller at GameStop. It wasn't that crusty, but it wasn't like, you know, it was like that's the lowest tiers at GameStop used controller. J2's was like, if that's like tier 5, you know, J2's was like tier 2 or tier 3. It wasn't quite that bad, but it was a crust DS. Says, don't mind the crumbs. Yeah, don't mind. You know that's all what people are going to talk about, bro. You know that's all what people are going to talk about. He said, don't mind. No, we are going to mind. We're going to ask you about that. We're going to ask you about it, you know? I cleaned it. I know you cleaned it off. You cleaned it off afterwards. You cleaned it off after. But you got to clean it off before the picture. You can't clean it off after you get clowned. Oh my gosh, you can't clean it off after. Let's see, can you, can anybody give me a link, J2 or Dior? I don't have the link to the picture. So can somebody give me a link to the picture? Because I don't remember. I thought maybe I have it bookmarked, but I don't think I do. So let me see if I have it bookmarked. But if a mod has a direct link to it, let me know. Let's see here. 3D. Let me see if I just type in 3DS. Let's see if it pops up. On my bookmarks. Oh yeah, here we go. I have it right here. I have it right here. I have it. I got it right here. Don't mind me. I have it right here. I got it right here. Shout outs to Dior. Thank you for looking it up. But I actually have it in my bookmarks. Yeah, look at this 3DS, bro. It was, finally beat Samus Returns. Ignore my crusty looking 3DS. And he like he says, he said it right here, bro. He said, ignore my crusty looking. He said, ignore my crusty looking 3DS. He said, finally beat Samus Returns. Ignore my crusty looking, bro. Look at this 3D, bro. Look at this 3D. Bro, look at this, bro. Look at this. Oh man, bro, look at this 3DS, fam. Yo, it's like even like oily in the corner right here. Sorry, I'm sorry, J2. We ain't done this in a while, fam. Don't take it as like I'm picking on you. I'm just having a little bit of fun on Thanksgiving. It's all just jokes. It's all fun and games. Kind of like when I get clowned for Fire Emblem, you know? Bruh, I mean, like, bro, like, you got crumbs inside of the ring on the analog thumb, or like the new Nintendo 3DS, bro. You just, oh, look at that! What's that? This looks like a Porygon symbol from Pokemon, bro. You got Flex looking like Porygon, bro. I think your 3DS needs Head and Shoulders, fam. Why does it need shampoo and conditioner, bro? looks like a this 3DS looks like a graveler. Like it looks like. Oh my gosh, man. Yo, this 3DS is looking. Woo! Man, I mean, like, this 3DS, if you submitted it to forensic files, it might be linked to, like, a crime or something that... You see, like, when they do forensic files, they grab the little fibers off of there. They might be like, this fiber is from a 1974, Dodge Ford pickup truck. Why does this man need a forensic scientist to look and see what... Identify what fibers. These might be all different things. Who knows what all this stuff is, man? Shout outs to J2's 3DS, bro. How long ago was this? This was 2020. This was 4 years. Look at it. We're still talking about this. This has got to be terrible for J2. The limited night sky edition with the star. Yeah, get the blue light, man. Get the blue light, bro. Let's see here. Dude, what did I say? I know I said something. Did I say something here about this? I said, yeah. I said, why your 3DS so crazy? I am not going to ignore that. I said the same thing that I said back then. I said, bro, why is it so crazy? I'm not gonna. No, we're not ignoring that. No, this was 4 years ago. Oh, the legend of the crusty 3DS, man. The legend of the crusty 3DS. No, it's all good. Shout outs to J2 for being a good sport about it. The fact that we still bringing it up. Shout outs to beating Metroid, Samus Returns. But yeah, we still talking about that 3DS. That's a legendary 3DS. How many 3DSs are we still talking about 4 years later like that? How many posts can we still remember? Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Shout outs to J2 Blue, man. Yeah, link to a crime that happened a long time ago. So yeah, that 3DS was crusty. Well, yeah, he wiped it down. He cleaned it afterwards. Oh yeah, hold up. Let me show you guys the before. Like that was the before. Here's the after. Okay, so there we go. He cleaned. I mean, there's still a little bit of left, but it's not that. I think that's just more like the lighting. But yeah, he cleaned it up. I think he or maybe a better angle. But yeah, it looks a little bit cleaner here, or maybe the angle's better. But I know he said that he cleaned it. He said that he cleaned it. So says that's the art. That's the dirt from the battle. After. I know. You know what that game. You're probably eating some snacks. You're probably battling. It's a long game. It's difficult. So I mean, like you have to really kind of get it in. You have to get. So that's what happened there. So I understand. I understand what was happening. Like I understand and I get it. I get it from that perspective. So yeah. I get it from that perspective overall. First thing I did when I got my 3DS from eBay was okay. Well, yeah, if you get a 3DS from eBay, I might desanitize. Bro, I put that thing in I put it through the paces, the steps. We cleaning, we disinfecting, you don't know what person was doing whatever with systems and stuff, man. So yeah, you got to make sure that you take care of it that way, man. You can't allow systems from eBay and systems from online and stuff, man. Let's see. I have an early copy of Assassin's Creed Shadows for Switch 2. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Let's see. I put 800 hours into my 3DS from Monster Hunter games alone and never looked like that. I put a lot of hours into Pokemon games I've had multiple 3DSs though, but yeah, I put a lot of hours into Pokemon games. Pokemon X and Y and what else did I put a lot of time into? Pokemon Sun and Moon. I didn't put too much time into that, but like I put a lot of time into like Fire Emblem. There we go. Fire Emblem Awakening, Fire Emblem Fates, Fire Emblem Shadows of Valentia. So yeah, a lot of 3DS Fire Emblem time. So yeah, scared to put a black light under the used consoles. Yeah, Don't do that, man. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, it happens. Sometimes it happens, bro. I mean, we've all seen those crusty systems at GameStop before where it's like super crushed. So yeah, you know. It happens, man. It happens. So I once had that Mario 2DS XL traded in. I regret it. Yeah, I remember I traded in a Mario and Luigi Dream Team Nintendo DS. I regret traded that in. I think I traded that, or I sold it, or something like that. I should have never done that. Because it was a nice system. Back then, I didn't think about that, though. Back then, I just thought about, oh, I only need one system. I'm not thinking about resale or value. I'm just thinking about whatever I'm gonna play, which is, you know, that's a good way of thinking, to be honest. It makes you just appreciate the games that you're playing and not worry about all the other stuff, you know. So yeah. So overall, so it seems like there's a little bit of controversy here. A little bit of controversy here when it comes to the Tekken community and what happened there. Apparently, Tekken series producer Katsuhiro Hadara says that he's quite interested in Capcom's decision to charge fans to stream upcoming Street Fighter 6 tournament finals. A lot of influencers are making big money off their streams, Hadara said. So VGC posted that. That was Andy Rob, or was it Christopher Dring? No, not Christopher Dring. Chris S, I think. And he posted that. I guess they deleted the tweet, or they deleted the article. He deleted it. But apparently, like, Mr. Hadara himself came out and was like, what the heck is going on? But yeah, it looks like Street Fighter, they're going to be charging. It's like a pay-per-view. Like, if you want to watch their finals or whatever, you got to pay for it. Apparently, to watch it. They don't have the prices or anything, but you got to pay, and it seems like there's some issues there. Obviously, that's kind of weird. You know, at least weird compared to, like, what usually happens. A lot of these shows, like, they're just, oh, they just stream them on Twitch, or they just stream them on their official channels for free. You know? So, apparently, Mr. Hadara talked about that, and, like, he discussed it. And then VGC ran with it as like, oh, he's very interested. Like, maybe they're going to do that or something. I don't know. So I saw this on Twitter, and let me put up what it says. Nick with the $2 says, "Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Thanksgiving Day. Picked up some games on sale. Metal Gear Solid Delta, yeah, that was $30. The new Mafia game and Forza Horizon for the PS5 for pretty cheap. When Purdy had 3 interceptions in the first half, I was getting my hopes up, but Shaw X team couldn't do anything. Yeah, because Bryce Young also had 2 picks." So it was like, no matter what they did, they couldn't capitalize off of the picks. So yeah, you got your hopes up, but yeah, it's pretty bad first half. I remember a couple years ago, like when Purdy threw 4 picks against the Ravens, they got blown out. Like I mean, if Purdy's throwing 3 picks in a game, they're usually losing. I know he threw like 2 or 3 picks against the Vikings last year or so. He's against the Browns. I think he threw a pick or 2. Oh no, not against the Browns. He didn't do that. So yeah, well, you got to hope that Myles Garrett gets after Brock Purdy this week, because they got to face Myles Garrett. I think he has 18 sacks on the year. So I don't know how they're going to block Myles Garrett, but they're going to do something to block that dude. So yeah. So they're going to have to figure that out. But and it's going to be wet, or it's going to be raining, or it's going to be snowing. So it's going to be bad weather. Purdy does not play great in bad weather. So you're gonna have to come from a miracle with that. But I think the Rams are playing the Panthers, right? They're playing the Panthers, so that could be a bloodbath for the Rams. Like, in terms of against the Panthers, like the Panthers could get blown out. But I'm hoping that they just run the ball with Rico and they just can play. And you know, I'm hoping the Panthers can shock them like they shocked the Green Bay Packers a few weeks back. So I'm hoping the Panthers can, you know. If you just get one loss, I just need one loss for the Rams, and then one more loss later, Niners can still win the division. If the Niners win out and the Rams lose a game or 2, I think the Niners might win a tiebreaker. The Niners might win a tiebreaker on that one. So we'll see. Dell said this as well. You still going with Purdy or Mac Jones? You got to go with Purdy. Purdy's getting paid $50 million, so you got to go with Purdy. You can't go back to Mac Jones now at this point. Now, if Purdy throws 3 interceptions again in this game, then I'd say, yeah, bench him. If Purdy throws another 3 interceptions in this upcoming game against the, like, if he throws another 3 interceptions, I'd be calling for a bench. Yeah, absolutely, because you can't throw 6 interceptions in 2 games. So yeah. So I'm expecting him to have a comeback game, because a lot of those interceptions he shouldn't have even thrown. You know, he should have never even, like, he had Kittle wide open on the, like, a lot of those plays he had guys, but like the interceptions weren't so egregious to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, after I analyzed it, I mean, like, 2 of the plays there was like post corner routes where like the receivers just made the DBs just made a play on the ball. You know, it's one-on-one coverage, and you're expecting your guy to elevate up and get the ball, and they did it because the ball placement was off. And then like the 3rd interception was just a crazy zone read where J.C. Horn just drifted all the way from one side all the way to the other to pick it off. But he needs to throw that ball with anticipation. He didn't. He was waiting too long. So 2 of them were like whatever interceptions. One of them was like, okay, that's just a crazy play. But he had Kittle wide open on the Purcell interception. He had Kittle wide open for a first down, or he could have ran it for a first down. So Mac Jones would have just thrown the ball to Kittle for the easy first down. You know, Purdy takes more shots down the field, but he has not been good down the field this year. He's been bad. He's been a lot of interceptions down the field. When Purdy throws short, he's been accurate and good. When Purdy throws down the field this year, he's been terrible. 10 plus yards down the field, he's been terrible. But short plays, he's been great. So I think mix it into short and then throw in the long, so yeah. Chris, so Dell said this, Chris, come on, bro. The Tekken headline is incendiary and has caused reputation damage in an already delicate Tekken community. Yes, people should read the article for context, but you knew what that headline was gonna do. It implies how that I was thinking about charging for streaming. Okay. So he says the Street Fighter PPV thing was a big talking point at the moment. The producer of the game's biggest rival saying he was taking an interest in it is absolutely newsworthy. And quoting the interview verbatim is not incendiary. If the community want to make a massive leap, that's on them. Okay, so Chris kind of is defiant about that. So then he says, hold up. They got a little back and forth going. So then he says, the biggest issue with your statement is that Hadara directly refuted ever saying this. So even if you say it's a massive leap, it's one you wrote, surely. Now in the interview, The Game Business, Hadara says he's interested in the idea of charging to stream tournaments because he sees the others making money off events. It's a reference to this quote, which follows right after. As an aside, I don't think it was particularly fair to quote retweet me in that way, as opposed to just standard reply to discuss it, especially when the argument is against writing things that are incendiary. Okay, so he feels like, hey, don't quote me, don't try to put me on blast. If you look at other things such as these events that we have streamed and people who are participating, whether they're in average streamers or big influencers, said a lot of big companies are coming in and putting money into advertisements for these events. A lot of influencers are making big money off of their streams, but the revenue for our games doesn't reflect any of this stuff. It's quite interesting to see how that might change. For example, most of the tournaments are licensed for free to people who want to run them or stream them. Occasionally, you're seeing certain events that pop up where they're charging pay-per-view or something like that. Seeing how the money side of things changes, that's something I'm quite interested in. Okay, let's see here. Firstly, it seems you added the he's interested in charging, which he doesn't appear to say in the excerpt you posted. That's the crux of my critique. You said he did something that he appeared to not say. Secondly, I don't understand why it's unfair to quote retweet you if you wrote the article. Everything you wrote was for open public consumption. But the critique should be quiet and one-on-one. I wasn't rude. I was openly critiquing your public statement defense on a specific article and not critiquing you as a person. I didn't bring the discussion to the public. You did. You're acting as if you're worried I'm talking about your words publicly out of context, or that adding my opinion that it's incendiary is something problematic. Do you understand how ironic that can seem? It's not nice to be being a developer and being publicly criticized for a statement that is taken out of context, let alone when someone misquotes you. We get hundreds and hundreds of insults, and perhaps I'm extra sensitive today because I know Hadara is at his friend's funeral at the time this article popped. But at the very least, should we not be allowed to publicly criticize the source of what we consider misframing of statements, to report on others, give your critiques, but also say don't openly criticize my articles on Twitter with quote retweets when you think I've made a mistake in the same way doesn't feel balanced. Okay, let's continue on here. Ooh, they going back and forth. There's a very important distinction between saying he's interested in charging, which I didn't write, and he's interested in the idea of charging, which I did. Being interested in the idea is categorically not the same as declaring plans to carry that idea out. As for the quote, I sympathize with the devs being unfairly called out on things on social media, but in this instance, I quoted what the interview said verbatim, and the FGC took the headline, nothing else, and ran with it. Quote retweet only ever result in the pylons. You know this, okay? Basti, I don't know. What's his name? Basti says, I love a lot of your work, and I think that VGC is largely incredible. But I think a lot of the issue with the community is on edge. Season 2 of the game was wildly panned, and it's markedly changed the developer audience relationship. Even changed the team. This reaction is predictable. And then he says, I completely get that, but my job is to report on things that are said, not to treat the Tekken community with a gentle touch. Nowhere did I say he was planning to charge for streams. It's ridiculous how much this has ballooned. All right. Dell goes back. Who's this guy, Dell? Let me see. Lead artist, Absurd Ventures, professor of... Okay, so does he work at a video game company? Okay, yeah, he does. He's a dev. He used to work at Naughty Dog, EA, Warner Bros, Sega, and PlayStation. Oh my goodness, this guy seems to be pretty seasoned then. Okay. He's interested in the idea of charging was your summary that did it. It always was going to be interpreted as such. It's just made worse by him stating that he also never said that much. By the way, I understand not everyone can handle the Twitter spotlight. If you would prefer I delete this entire quote tweet, just re-ask. That's not the case of handling the spotlight, man. I've just been in this situation countless times before where someone with a lot of followers quotes me, whether fair reason or not, and I spend the entire weekend getting bile in my bile? Get bile? Is that dookie? In my DMs, blocking more than Parappa. Kick, punch, block. It's all in the mind. And I maintain that it's just like this, willfully misinterpreting the article, which caused it, not the article itself. But I really don't want to keep going round in circles. I've already attempted to agree to disagree. Hadara states they follow Capcom steps and will charge fans to watch TWT finals. Prices to be announced soon. So I don't know. I don't think Hadara never said that. So let's go and let's see what I think. Hadara talked about it himself as well. Where's Hadara's Twitter account? What's Hadara's Twitter account? Okay, here we go. I think Mr. Hadara talked about it himself. Thank you. I appreciate that, Deborah. Let me see here. It feels real, not forced. Makes the whole chat feel like they're hanging out. W. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yo, Nick93, thank you for the 19 months. Appreciate that as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Huge Pokemon fan. Your vibe feels cozy. Playing my favorite. Hey, no problem, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry that I haven't been interacting with the chat as much. So I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. Let's go. So, all right, hold up. Let me see what Mr. Hadara had to say here. Okay, I think I found it. All right, so the interview that this article is based on is probably the one at the link. I never said, okay, hold up here. So let me put it full screen so you guys can see a little bit better. I never said a single word about wanting to turn into paid content. I only said, I wonder or interest how that could be achieved. I wonder or interest how that could be achieved. Like, how can you actually do that? In the first place, I am not even positive about monetization. The context and interpretation may have been created by the article, but judging from the flow of the conversation, you would have to interpret extremely negatively to think that I was trying to make streaming paid. In any case, it is unlikely that it will be monetized. And in fact, the operation of streaming and Tekken World Tournament has never fallen within the scope of our business since the very beginning. Because prize money is involved, these activities have been excluded from the scope of our Japanese corporate entity. So yeah, man, like, yeah, like, people are talking about, like, what's going on with this, you know. People are shaming VGC for the article. Did they delete it? They didn't delete the article. So there's a lot of quote tweets on this one. It's a lot of quote tweets. So yeah, people are just trashing it. But here's Hadara. So maybe we'll cover this in a video later. Misleading title. The actual interview, nothing to do with encouraging PVV, pay-per-view. I will criticize them for what they actually did wrong, not make up stuff. Okay. Yeah, so I guess this was a little bit of a thing in the Tekken community. So yeah, there you go. So Bandai Namco will not be charging for the streams. Not be charging for the streams. So there you go. There you go, man. That's crazy though, man. That's a crazy just situation, I guess. All right. So if you guys have questions, comments, whatever you guys want to talk about, feel free. If you have some more thoughts about Tekken, what's going on there, let me know. For those who came late, we can go over some of the information. So Nintendo purchased Bandai Namco Singapore, not Bandai Namco, all of Bandai Namco. That would have, oh my gosh, that would have been, dude, there would have been people going crazy online if Nintendo actually purchased Bandai Namco. But I would never see Nintendo purchasing Bandai Namco because Bandai Namco is too big to be purchased. They are way too big to be purchased overall. So yeah. So also some other information that we're going to talk about when it comes to Kirby Air Riders. Kirby Air Riders, or actually let's finish with Bandai Namco Singapore. So Bandai Namco Singapore, Nintendo purchased them. They got 80% of their shares. And they're going to get the rest of them later. Bandai Namco Singapore, they worked on PC ports for third-party games. Bandai Namco's games. They worked on, like, they've also worked on big games like Tekken Support Studio for, like, Tekken 8. They worked on support for other Nintendo first-party games, New Pokemon Snap and Splatoon 3 as well. So Nintendo felt the need to purchase them to help strengthen their development of probably Splatoon 4. I'd probably say Splatoon 4 is going to be the next thing here. I'm going to have a video where I kind of deep dive a little bit more into it, and we're going to talk about the Bandai Namco Singapore acquisition and how it's going to change things up, because now it's kind of like starting to paint a picture. Shiver, Bandai Namco Singapore, Nintendo's loading up on resources for games to have a consistent flow. They don't have enough people right now to have a consistent flow, and to also make sure, I'd probably say for third-party games like WWE 2K25. That game was made in part with Shiver. Nintendo purchased Shiver. So Nintendo's going to try to look out and say, oh, well, if the game is going to skip Nintendo Switch 2, maybe we can get this studio in to help out. Maybe Grand Theft Auto, maybe something like that, you know? So I do think that this is a good pickup for Nintendo. Also, another thing that I'm going to talk about this in another video. Kirby Air Riders had the biggest launch for a Kirby spin-off game ever in Japan. I didn't know this. This is something that Game Database just revealed. I did not know. I mean, 195,000 units. That's a lot of units, but I didn't know it was the biggest. Kirby's had a lot of spin-offs over the years too. And it's more than twice the original from the GameCube. So more than twice of the sales of the GameCube game, and that's not including digital sales. Remember, Kirby Air Ride, there was no digital sales on the GameCube, so obviously this did significantly better. And at the time that the GameCube launched, I don't think it had more units because it launched in 2001, and I think Kirby Air Ride came out in 2003, so it was 2 years later. So I don't think I don't know what the install base was of the GameCube in Japan in 2003, so 2 years after launch. It might have been around the same, as the as the Switch 2 is right now. And I'm not sure, or it might have been more. I don't know how much. The GameCube didn't sell very well. So largest spin-off, more than twice that of the GameCube original. Also, similar to Pikmin, Air Ride was an odd game that sold fairly well for the GameCube. Interesting what a game on a popular hardware can do. Yeah, so it's the sixth biggest retail. It's also the sixth biggest launch for the series as a whole. Most likely third, maybe second with digital. So yeah, if you include the digital, so the biggest launch ever for a Kirby game is okay, so yeah, hold up. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make, like I said, I'm gonna make a video on it, but I'm gonna show you guys here too. So Kirby spin-offs retail launch sales in Japan. So Kirby's the number one by far. Kirby Tilt and Tumble. There's no digital with Kirby Tilt and Tumble. So it's actually blowing these away by 20K plus. I mean, that's not a blow away, but it's probably, I mean, if you count digital, which it's number one digital in pretty much most regions. Probably not like the UK or Europe, some of the European regions, but in the US here and in Japan, obviously it's number one. 195,000 units. Not bad. Not bad at all, especially for like the install base. Kirby Epic Yarn. Yeah, none of these have digital sales. No digital, no digital, no digital, no digital. This might have, I don't know if they did digital games for I don't know if it did, but a lot of these aren't even like digital. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse definitely had it, but I mean, look at this, man. Look at this Wii U. Look at this Wii U stuff, bro. Look at this. This is what we had to deal with. Look at this, man. What the hell are these sales? A lot of good football games coming on. Looking forward to the Chiefs Cowboys game today. Pickens is a freaking receiver. Oh yeah. I've noticed journalists catch a ton of heat in general this year because of misleading coverage. Oh yeah, they're catching heat. They're catching heat. Oh, dude, look at this. Look at this, man. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. 33,000 units on the Wii U 3 years after launch. What is going on, bruh? What is going on? Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. 2+ years. What's up, Ryan Cardo? Welcome. Yeah, that's low, man. It's so lower than Game Boy games. Sticker Stacker, Kirby Star Stacker. What is that? Kirby's Block Ball? Kirby's Pinball Land? Getting cooked by Kirby's Pinball Land. You know? Anyway, Kirby Mass Attack, Kirby Canva's Curse, Kirby Air Ride. That's not bad. 85,000 for the GameCube. That's actually really good. GameCube game is selling that well at launch for a spinoff. But yeah, 195,000. Not bad at all. I hate how they do this real quick. Dude, just put the freaking month first, man. Why are you putting the day first? I don't like who thought that's a good idea. Just put the month, day, than the year. There's more days than months in a year, so why would you have the day first? Just freaking put the month. When you think of a month, you don't think of the day first, you think of the month first. Oh, what month? We're not saying, oh, what day are we in? We're on the 20th. Oh, no, you're in. If it's November, you think, oh, what month are we in? November. Okay, now what day is it? Who thinks of the day first? Listen, there's a lot of things that International does better than us, but this is wrong. I'm gonna take a stand on this. This is wrong. This is wrong. You should not put the day before the month. You should put the month before the day, because you first think about what month you're in. You need to gather, the month is like, you need to gather the month. The month is bigger. There's only 12 in a year. So since there's only 12 months in a year, you should establish what month you're in first, not day what you are. Well, there's a lot of days in you got to know what month you're in before you know what day you're talking about, bro. Like, the people that do this, stop doing this. This shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be a thing. Like I said, I know you guys have the metric system. I get why the metric system is better than United States, you know, pounds versus kilograms or whatever. People, I get that. I get Fahrenheit versus Celsius. I get that. But I don't get this. This is stupid. They need to stop doing this. Japan, Europe, stop this nonsense. I'll give you guys credit where credit's due. There's a lot of things you guys do better when it comes down to it. But this is particularly stupid. Look at this. 24/3/05. Just put March 24th. 24. Who's thinking about the day 24 first, then the month? Nobody thinks like this. People that live in these countries don't think like this. I already know that they don't. You think about what month you're in. I refuse to believe that people think about the day first before the month. That is not a natural conclusion to how people think. If you're someone that looks at a calendar, do you go, let me see the day first? No, you flip to the freaking month. What month are we in? Oh, we're in this month. We're on this day. That is the big thing. That is the big thing. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is really dumb. It's dumb.
It's November 27th, 25, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees.
Yes.
Even on Thanksgiving.
Even on Thanksgiving. This is stupid. This is almost as like dumb as when people don't know time zones. It's like it's like a time zone rant for me. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Japan is year, month, day. Okay. Japan is year, month, day. Okay, well, that is more. This is, I think this guy's European, this game data library, because this seems like a European thing to do. Year, month, day probably makes the ultimate sense, because okay, there's only 1 year per year, right? So okay, I'm in 2025, I'm in this month, then I'm in this day. I get that. I completely get that. Year, month, day. I get that. But day, month, year, no. That's stupid. It's just confusing. It's dumb. It's dumb because the problem with it is when you get to the point to where there are days that are in line with the months, right? There's only, obviously you can only go up to 12 for months. This is the problem when you see stuff like this. 4/04/08/2011. It's like, dude, is that April 8th, 2011? It's easily misread. It's very easily, is that April? Now this one, it's easier, 24. Obviously there's not 24 months in 1 year, so it's easy to say that that's not that, but this is when it looks stupid. This looks stupid, this looks stupid, this looks like November 7th, this looks dumb. I can understand year though, because obviously months are going to be, months and days are going to be only 2 digits. Year's going to be 4 digits. So yeah, year, month, day. Okay, completely fine. But it should be month, day, year. What month am I in? What day is it? Here's the year. Okay, we good. This is stupid though. It's Europe that does this, right? My employer uses that format for software versions. LOL, American. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's a stupid format. Anyway, there's probably reasons why people do it, and my rant's probably dumb, but still, I don't care. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, Kirby series retail launch sales in Japan. So Canada's also year, month, day makes the most sense to me. Yeah, I think year, month, day probably makes the most sense, because it's very easy to identify. Okay, we're in this year, we're in this month, we're in this day. I get month first though, because like it's 1 year is like a long time, right? So chances are you're gonna know, generally speaking, what year you're in. Unless you're in prison, sometimes you forget what year you're in. But for the most part, you're gonna know what year you're in. Sometimes you might forget, like at the beginning of the year or the end of the year. Oh, is it 2020? But for the most part, you're gonna know what year you're in because there's only 1 year in a year. So it's like, okay, it's this year. So I know that. We put that at the end. We know we're in 2025. Okay, great. What month is it? What day in 2025? But I get it though for formatting. Hey, look, this year, this month, this day. I get that too. But this format is stupid. This is the worst format. Maybe we say Canada, Japan is number 1 with how you guys do it. America's number 2, and whoever does this format is stupid. Or not that you're stupid if you do it, but this format is stupid. Whoever decided that this was a good format, that's stupid. Not people that do that format. If you do that format, that's fine. That's how you learn. But yeah. Yeah, if you factor in digital sales, this could be bigger. Anyway, let's look at this. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I mean, obviously it wasn't going to do that. 380,000 units. That's a big launch. That's a big launch. Kirby Superstar Ultra. 260. Kirby 64, the crystal shards. Yeah, if you factor in digital, which could probably be about 50 to 60k, maybe, it probably shoots it all the way up to like number 2 or 3. Probably like number, yeah, I might say this game probably sold maybe 50, 60,000, maybe even up to 70,000 digital. Once again, I'm speculating, but based off of it being number 1 on the eShop and it being a multiplayer game, which have higher digital sales ratios for Nintendo's games, I can see this game actually being number 2 or number 3 for sure. So yeah, not a bad Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Kirby Superstar Ultra, Kirby 64. I didn't know Kirby 64 did that well back in 2000. That's a lot of cartridges. They made a lot of money off that. Kirby Triple Deluxe, Kirby Star Allies. Star Allies actually had a pretty good launch. Yeah, Star Allies had a good launch. That was one of the first games after the holiday, after Nintendo had Xenoblade and all that, after Mario, after all that stuff, they're like, okay, well, what do we got for next year? And they're like, yeah, Kirby Star Allies is what we got. It was not exciting. Kirby Air Riders is definitely a lot more exciting than Kirby Star Allies. I can say that. I can say that for sure. So not bad at all. Let's see. No way, OJ. It goes in order of precedence: days, months, years. Plus, we say it like the 27th of November. No. We say the 27th of November. No, that's that old English King Arthur or King, the great king of whatever old school monarchy. No, we don't say the 27th. No, we say it's November. You establish what month you're in. You do not say the day. No, you establish the month. You got to get your bearings down. You establish the month, then you say the day, then you say the year. What month are we in? We're in this month, not the day of this. No, it's the month. We are in this month, and then it is this day in this month. No, we're not. You're living by like old school Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? That's like this old English, old school Robin Hood way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Kings and queens and thou and thems and thou arts and all that, and big old chicken legs and like watching people joust and stuff like that. We're not in, 15th century kings and queens and stuff like that. I mean, no, you establish what month you're in, then you say what day it is in the month that you're in, then you say the year, or you pull it off like, hey, I'm in this year with this month, and then in this day. It's 2-1. Japan does it this way, Canada does it this way. Listen, no, I'm gonna disagree. Gaming Manor with the $20. Nintendo's last report digital sales on the retail games of 35 to 38. So yeah, if it's 40%, then we're looking at about what, 50, 60K, right? So yeah, that's right. I'm right on point with that then. Gaming Mariner with the $20 donation. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, OJ, and everyone out there. Happy Thanksgiving. I finally 100% Donkey Kong Bonanza last night. Good game, but the camera angle got my nerves at times. Oh well, on to the next game. Hey, there you go. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the $20, man. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. We're on the 27th today of the fine November day. Like in the year 1574. Like, no, we're not doing that, fam. We're not doing that, bro. It's November 27th, 2025. Like, that's it's November 27th, 2025. That's it, fam. You know, so yeah. Or if you guys want to do, it's 2025 November 27th. Okay, I'll take that, but I'm not taking. It's the 27th. I present the 27th of this fine day of November in the year 2025. Like, no, we're not doing that. No. No, we can't. Like I said, I'll give you guys the metric system. I'll give you England peeps, British peeps, European peeps, Spaniard peeps, colonial peeps. I'll give you guys pounds and kilograms or kgs and kilos. I'll give you guys that. I'll give you it. Cyber's another JoJo.
Hip, hip, cheerio. 'Tis the 27th of November in the year of our Lord King Arthur 2025 in the States of United America, or something like that.
Chip chip cheerio. It is now 9% the 27th thou art of November in the good year of the turkey with the pilgrims of King Arthur of the United States of America. Thou art of California. I do proclaim. It's like, bro, no, we ain't doing that, bro. You upside down bowling pin looking peasants. Shout outs to Cyber Tours. Shout outs to Gaming Manage. Shout outs to Double Cyber Tours. I dropped $20 when I was doing my rant and my tech and stuff. I think it was during my rant. So thank you guys for the 40 drops in the last 9 minutes, man. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. I think I need to add 20 though, because I didn't add the 10 from Cyber Taurus. Yo, you guys are out here. Thank you for the huge Combo breaks going further than beyond, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. It's the year of our Lord 2025. Yeah, exactly. The year of our Lord 20. I mean, Cyber Taurus helped me out with that one. So yeah, man. Today is November 27th, 2025. Is how we Americans say it. Yeah, it's how we Americans say it. You know, like I walking out like Stone Cold. November 27th 2025. Flipping off anybody, all you Europeans. Flipping off and stomping a mud hole and any damn European or Spaniard that wants to say it otherwise. And that's the bottom line, because Black Stone Cold said so. We going Stone Cold on anyone who wants to sit there and act like that's not the way to say it. We stomping mud holes. We are Stone Cold stunning. I'm gonna hand you guys. What do you guys drink in Europe? What do you gonna ask you guys? Stone Cold. I'm gonna hand you guys one of your European beers. You guys are gonna be like, oh, chip chip. You guys are gonna put your pinky up. I'm gonna kick you in the stomach. I'm gonna hit you with the Stone Cold Stunner. November 27th, 2025. I'm not budging. I'm not moving on this. You know I concede to the peeps, the European peeps, International Essence, but y'all ain't winning this one. Haters saying Kirby Air Riders flopped in Europe. I don't think Kirby Air Riders did that great in Europe. I don't think it did that great in Europe, but I think that Japan and the US will cover for it. Because the Switch 2 doesn't have that many units. I mean, it has units sold in Europe. Obviously, it's doing okay, but it's just not. Europe really only cares about like Mario and Zelda, like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. Like they only care about like the biggest franchises. Like Japan, they like other stuff too. US likes other stuff. They like they like Xenoblade. They like other things. Japan likes Xenomorph, Fire Emblem. All of Nintendo's side tier games or spin-off games don't ever do as well in Europe. Like I said, main games do great in Europe. That's why I think sales will pick up once Nintendo gets the Mario game out. Obviously, sales will pick up everywhere, but it'll really pick up in Europe because Europe is all just about like Mario, Zelda. You know, Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, just like the biggest stuff. Whereas Japan and the US, they like other stuff. They like Kirby, they like spin-off, they like, you know, Xeno, they like stuff more. So you're gonna see for spin-off titles and for other titles like Hyrule Warriors or stuff like that, you're gonna see sales concentrated in the US and Japan way more. But then for the bigger things, it's gonna be a bit better in terms of the evenness of it. So yeah. Guinness, there you go, man. I challenge thee to a duel. Take off your glove like the old school Bugs Bunny. Take off his glove with the smack him over the face. Oh man, Guinness is the best. I haven't had a Guinness in a hot minute. I think it's been they used to have those funny commercials with Guinness back in the day, like on ESPN. So yeah, man. So yeah, it's good stuff though. Good stuff overall. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, House Gang. Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hey, what's up, Paul Gale? Happy Thanksgiving to Paul Gale. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, man. Bandai Namco Singapore was the main studio behind the canceled Ridge Racer 8 for the Switch. Yeah. Apparently they were helping out with what's it called too? Maybe Metroid Prime 4 before it got canceled. Yo, Lingering Will with the $5 dono. It says, hey OJ, when's the last time you played on Wii U? Booted up Twilight Princess HD, forgot how slow and clunky this was. Yeah, people forget, man. I played Wii U. I think the last time I played was like when the eShop went down. So when did the eShop go out? I had a stream like where I played a ton of games. I think it was in 2023 or something like that. But yeah, that was the last time that I played the Wii U. It was like probably like 2 years ago. Like when the eShop went down. I forgot when the eShop was going down. But we played a bunch of games, and yeah, it was clunky. It was clunky. It was a bit slow, like my settings and all that. It wasn't as snappy as the Switch, that's for sure. Switch 1 or Switch 2. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you, Lingering Will, for the $5 dono though, man. I appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving. What's the TLDR on the Atlas Definitive Editions? The TLDR, Atlas realizes that that people might not buy their games because of the definitive, like they might not buy them right away because of the definitive editions, because their games are reviewing really well. You know, Metaphor Refantasio reviewing really well, sold, you know, 1 million copies in 24 hours. So they were selling copies by the hour, thousands of copies by the hour. But the problem was that after that first 24 rush, like the sales have slowed down. Like they've only sold about 1 million more since then, which is not bad. It's definitely good. 2 million plus, it's not bad. But they're thinking, well, wait a minute, this was a game of the year game. It scored 94 average on Metacritic. Like, what's going on? Like, why aren't we selling a bit more? Because like the sales performance of a lot of their games are not as good as they want them to be. So I think a lot of people, you know, Atlas is, you know, saying like, hey, look, we think that maybe it could be because, one, we didn't market them correctly, but also, two, because, you know, people are wary of the definitive editions, like, you know, a couple of years later, which, once again, like, it's their fault, too, which I talked about this in my video. If you want to know more about it, if you haven't seen my video, check it out, my most recent video. But I talked about this, and I said the same thing. It's like, Atlas, Persona 5 was egregious. That was the most egregious thing that Atlas, you know, did, because Persona 5, it's like, okay, you buy the game on the PS4. Okay, fine, cool. Okay, the game comes out again on the PS4, Royal Edition. Okay, can I upgrade? No, you can't upgrade. You got to buy the game again. Okay, I buy the game again. I got to replay stuff that I already replayed to get to the new content to play with some extra stuff added in. Okay, I guess. I can't upgrade it. I can't just play the new content or just have it there. Fine, no problem. Okay, so that's 2017, 2029. Or sorry, 2017, 2019. Okay, and then 3 years later, oh, well, now here's the Persona 5 Royal for newer systems. It was just on PS4, PS4 Pro before, but now here it is in 2022. So 3 years later, here it is for Switch 2, for Xbox, for PlayStation, and that's great. But if you bought it on PlayStation, oh, can I upgrade my PS4 copy that I bought on my PS5 so I can get the 60 frames per second? Oh, no, you can't do that either. If you want to play it, you got to buy it again on the PS5. If you want 60 FPS, you can't upgrade that copy that you already have. You need to buy the PS5 disc of that game. If you play the PS4 version, backwards compatible on the PS5, it's not going to upgrade it to 60 FPS for you. So I think that right there killed a lot of goodwill with people. They're thinking, well, if you're gonna do that where you do multiple re-releases, and each time if I want to get like a new feature, a new thing, or take advantage of hardware, there's no upgrade path, I gotta rebuy it. I'm just gonna wait. And I think that's the reason why some games maybe have had lower sales, because they think, you know, Sega, and they do this, it's not just Atlas, but they've done this for a lot of the games, where they just come up with like an enhanced edition or something, and then a couple years later, and then you can get way more content, you can get way more features and all that, but you got to repay for the whole thing. Now they did this with SMT5 as well, but that wasn't as bad. Like I said in my video, if you watched it, that wasn't as bad because it came to new platforms. Now if you're a Switch owner, yeah, that one sucked, and then there wasn't even any Switch 2 like uncapped frame rate, so where you're gonna get like, you know, 60 FPS on Switch 2. So yeah, that sucked. If you already played it on Switch, you know, so I went with it on PS5 so I can get the 60 FPS and, you know, play it on a system that I haven't played it on yet. So I bought the PS5 version, although it sucked not having portable play. But yeah, that's what people are looking at. I know there were some people that were complaining about the, you know, SMT5, like, hey, why can't I just upgrade it? You know, you're just re-release again, you know, but that came to Xbox and PlayStation and PC where it wasn't before, you know, so that's not as bad. The Persona 5 Royal is the bad part. And then if you look at, like, you know, Persona 3 Reload, people are thinking, oh, they're going to release a version of Persona 3 Reload with all the DLC. Like, everything included, all the DLC, or it's just going to be discounted heavily. So I think that's the problem that Atlas needs to solve. And I gave them a lot of different things that they can do to solve the problem. I think it's not that hard to solve the problem. One, you got to offer upgrade paths. Just say before, like, hey, look, if you do a definitive edition, offer an upgrade path. Offer a path like, okay, if you want to play this game with the new content, it's going to cost you $10 or something like that. It's going to cost you $5 or whatever the case is. So offer upgrade paths for your games. The next thing that you can do when it comes down to it is that you probably have to price your games a little bit better. Now, and I get it, $70. These games take a long time to make. Like Metaphor Refantasio was $70. SMT5 Vengeance was $60, so it's not too bad. But you got to price them a certain way. I think that for, you know, a game like a JRPG, like I think $60 for like a Metaphor or $60 for a Persona, I think it would probably do a bit better starting out and lessen the blow of potentially a Royal Edition or a Definitive Edition down the line if it's only 60 or 50. Now, once again, I don't want to sit there and act like Clair Obscur is some type of thing that's causing them to do this, but you also have to think about that Clair Obscur and how the fact that it was 50 and people are buying it in droves compared to Metaphor, right? So I think they did say competition in the space. Metaphor came out in late 2024. Clair Obscur came out in early 2025. So there was definitely some crossover between that. People had already seen the game and thinking, oh, well, if I'm going to spend my $70 on an RPG, well, what am I going to buy? Or maybe I'm going to buy something a little bit different. But the biggest thing, I think, out of all this, you can talk about the sales of, definitive editions, but the biggest thing is because the main base of people that are probably going to pick up this game, or one of the main bases, is the Switch 2 or the Switch. They've not been putting their games on Switch and Switch 2 in a timely fashion. On the Switch 1, they didn't really have any of their big games outside until very late. Persona 5 Royal was late. Persona 3 Reload never came over. Metaphor obviously didn't come to Switch 1. If you look at Switch 2, they didn't really have anything. They didn't have Metaphor for Switch 2 at launch, and they did Persona 3 Persona 3 Reload first. They were trying to rush it out, but they didn't do the best job of that. But they know that Switch 2 is going to be a key to them going forward. They have to put games. I mean, Falcom has already pretty much moved over to primary development on Switch 2. Going forward, it's all going to be Switch 2 as the primary platform. So they need to start adjusting and adapting very quickly. Xbox and PlayStation is not your main base anymore. Your main base is probably going to be a split between Switch 2 and PlayStation. That's going to be your main base. It's not going to be PC, people. It's not. We saw the sales numbers for Metaphor. We saw the peak account of players for Metaphor. It's not even as good as Xenoblade. You know what I'm saying? But despite all the people that have Steam, Xenoblade crushes it in opening sales. Absolutely crushed anything on PC. So it's not PC. People on Twitter try to make it seem like PC is the place for Atlas. No, it's not. It's ridiculous. That's complete nonsense. All the numbers, in fact, say that really right now your main base is on PlayStation and Nintendo. In Japan, it's definitely going to be more towards Nintendo than it is going to be PlayStation. So they need to make sure that day and date Persona 4 Revival, if you want to get sales, they better have that, a good version, day and date on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, PC, whatever. Same thing with Persona 6. It needs to be day and date. If you really want to get great sales, it needs to be day and date. Now, Persona's a little bit different because it's more popular, but I think games like Metaphor Refantasio, games like SMT, we saw what SMT did. On one platform, SMT sold 1 million units plus on one platform for SMT 5. On one platform. Okay? Metaphor Refantasio was on multiple platforms, and it didn't sell that much better than SMT5 and SMT5 Vengeance combined, like with the Xbox and PlayStation. So that's the thing. The Switch contributed the majority of the sales for SMT5. And I'm probably thinking it contributed the majority of the sales for SMT5 Vengeance as well. We don't have the breakdown per platform, but I'm pretty sure it did as well with that, or it's a good chunk. So they need to prioritize what's important in terms of the sales numbers, and they'll get there. But they also need to change like some of the structure stuff. I think people are getting tired of the calendar system. People are getting tired of the segmented gameplay. I think people want a bit more, less of the 1,000-hour RPG, more of the dense with content, and getting to the point in terms of the story and some of the stuff and all that. So I think that they're gonna have to change some of the structure stuff too. So. And it discourages day one purchases because you already know that the next thing could be coming up. Or if you know that it's going to be on sale very quickly, or if you know there's going to be a definitive edition, it discourages you going out there and picking it up day one, So yeah. It definitely does that. Definitely 100% does that. Not sure where that thing went up right now, but whatever. Did that a long time ago. Let's see here. Nintendo sucks, but happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Shout out to Dre. Appreciate you, fam. I think they said that there's gonna be some there might be some DLC or some stuff for Expedition 33, but we'll see. I'm not sure if they know what they're gonna do yet. Atlas releases are weird. They treat it as if the original game of SMT or Persona are on one engine. They have to put another engine for new additions. Okay. Yo, Darius, thank you for the $20 dono. Appreciate the explanation, sir. Now, can you kindly explain why you feel when the Rams win the Super Bowl and Levi Stadium, aka SoFi North? No, SoFi North. Oh man, that would be a weird feeling. It would be a weird feeling. It would not be a good feeling. And I'm hoping that that does not happen, because the Rams fans like you would never let that go at all. So I'm really hoping that the Rams don't win. Because it would suck. It would absolutely suck if the Rams come in there and win a Super Bowl in the Niners' house, right? So I'm really hoping that that does not happen. I'm hoping for a second or a third, last quarter implosion by the Rams, to the point to where, that becomes harder to do. So yeah, shout outs though. Thank you for the $20 dono. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big 20, Darius. And also Nintendork with the $1. It says, happy Thanksgiving, brother. Appreciate your content and emit bonus village. DK aquatic ambience. All right, I got you on the aquatic ambience. Let's go. Aquatic ambience. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big 20. 305, 306 actually on the board. Excuse me. Thank you guys for your triple platinum support today. Going further than beyond, and of course, limit breaks, triple platinum. Let's go. Ambience for all you lovely people. That's why Nintendo never lowers the game prices. Nintendo never lowers the game prices. I mean, they do. They give you discounts. But yes, Nintendo never, they don't go on permanent sales or stuff like that. And the reason why is, one, because Nintendo's greedy, because they want to be able to make a lot of money, because they're a public business, so they're going to be greedy like a lot of companies. But also, too, yes, they want to give the value of the game. They want to make sure that they have the value of the game, so they keep on getting the money, so where the developers feel supported and they can give their developers money and they can make a lot, So I think that's the thing with this, is like they don't want to devalue anything. They don't want to have to fire employees. And like, if you do it to where people are always waiting for sales, or if you do it to where you devalue the game itself, it could potentially be negative for your business overall. Now, I do think that Nintendo should maybe do some sales more often. I think, make $10 off sales here and there, aren't, would be nicer. But I understand, like I said, if Nintendo also treated their employees bad and never discounted things, I'd be way more critical of it. But if you're going to have, games that never get discounted or whatever the case is, I at least want to see, at the bare minimum, let me see that you're having, 1, a consistent flow of games, 2, good quality of those games, and 3, your developers are happy. If I see that, then I'm willing to pay more. Just like some people are willing to pay more for like people that treat their employees better, like certain fast food chains or certain gas chains. Maybe there's something to where the sales are a little, or the prices are a bit higher, but you're more willing to go there because the employees are well paid and they're happy. That's kind of how I am. And I've supported businesses where, hey, look, prices are a bit higher than in other places, but the employees are getting paid a livable wage, a good wage. If you compare the wages of game development in Japan from other companies to Nintendo, Nintendo is a premium, high quality place to work. People want to work there. They want to get in because Nintendo pays their employees. Whereas a lot of game development studios in Japan, the pay is not great. Like, it's livable, but it's not great by any means. It's just, it's kind of like, while Nintendo pays pretty good. Nintendo pays, I think from what I understand, they pay $30,000 more, $30,000 to $40,000 more than like most of the pay in Japan. Like when it comes to a lot of development studios, like they pay a lot more. Until you obviously get up to upper management, there's more pay for certain spots at certain places like Bandai Namco or whatever. But from what I understand, entry-level salary is significantly better at Nintendo than it is. And if you look at developers, from what I understand as well, development salary and just like salaries in general at Nintendo's studios, blah, 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 are pretty good. So, okay. Now, if you're a company that never does discounts and your employees, you're firing employees, you're laying off people, the games are sketchy, then yeah, I'd be much less inclined to support that or be willing to tolerate it. But from all things that we know, for the most part, not perfect, but for the most part, Nintendo's developers are, well paid and happy with their work, good work-life balance for the most part. Sometimes there's Mario time, but for the most part, no crunching or not crunching as much. So I think I'm willing to pay, for that. Sonic Crossworlds on sale for $30 is tempting, but I'm waiting for the Switch 2 version. Yeah, I'm waiting for the Switch 2 version as well. All BS aside, Shanahan should be coach of the year. I mean, if they finish off the year strong, he should be coach of the year. But I mean, obviously, you got to look at a couple other coaches, right? You got to look at Matt or Vrabel. You got to look at Vrabel from the Patriots. I think that he's a candidate for coach of the year. I think you also have to look at Sean Payton for the Broncos. I think he's a candidate for coach of the year. But I do think Shanahan should win coach of the year. He's never won it, even though he's been to the Super Bowl multiple times and he's had Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. I mean, like, the fact that you won with Jimmy Garoppolo, or that you got close to winning with Jimmy Garoppolo, or that you took a 7th round pick and almost turned him into a Super Bowl champion, I think that should have been coach of the year consideration. But, I think this year is probably his best coaching job. This year, he's been coaching out of his mind this year. It's been pretty good. And then also Robert Saleh, having Saleh back on defense. This defense it's not good. Like, this defense is not good. They try though. They're like the little brother that, like, you just put your hand on their head and they just go, "Come on, let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him." Like, they're not good. They're all hurt. I mean, no Bosa, no Warner. A lot of their got no Michael Williams, first round draft pick. I mean, they're not great, but they're scrappy. They fight, they try, but they're not great. They're just a lot of scrappy guys that, that are willing to fight and probably going to get beat up, probably going to get punched, in the face and nose, be bloody and bruised, but they might outlast you at times. They might outlast you. So yeah. So I hope he wins coach of the year this year. I really does. Let's see here. You misunderstood Jimmy G. You know what? You misunderstood the poster that I'm going to send you autographed from Jimmy G with this shirt off, party man, because I know you want to see that picture. I know that's something that you've been looking forward to. Yo, what up, Chase Tenny? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? John has crazy employee retention, multiple working with the company multiple decades. Yeah, it's like there was like a pretty cool stat that Stealth put out that, like, a lot of the original developers from, like, Mario Bros or like Mario 3, they worked on Mario Wonder like 30 something years later. So the difference between Nintendo and I see from Nintendo compared to other gaming companies is that when they buy companies, they actually help succeed instead of just canceling games left and right. Yeah, like when you get purchased by Nintendo as a company, it's like, okay, we're gonna put you to work for actually good stuff. We're not just trying to wring you out for what do you have? Oh wow, you own this IP, you own this. Yeah, we're gonna get you. We're gonna squeeze you. We're gonna wring you out. We're gonna try to get you. Like, it's like, no, hey, look, we got something that we're building here. We're bringing you in to be a piece of the puzzle. We're bringing you in to be a part of the team in order to create something great. It's not to create clickbait value for, and oh yeah, now we have this IP. We own this. Woo, yeah. It's not about that. Every single team that they purchased, since I remember them, it was never about owning IP. They've never bought anything that's about owning IP. It's about, hey, you got what you do. That's cool. You worked on what you worked on, but now you got to come here. You're going to fit into our system, and we're going to create something great. Luigi's Mansion, we're going to create something great. Or what was it? Shiver. Hey, help us do what we need to do to make sure that there's better third-party games. Or if it's like Monolith Soft, hey, you guys create great stuff, but we're lacking RPGs. We need somebody to create a great RPG series how we do it over here. Can you guys do that? Absolutely, we can. All right, we're going to bring you guys in. Like, that's how Nintendo does it. And I like that approach. The approach that Microsoft and Sony take is, I'm going to buy you because we're going to wring you out for what you have. We're going to take you, we're going to wring you out. Now, Sony doesn't always do that, but they've done that a few times now, where it's like, hey, they own this IP, they have this, oh, hey, we're going to wring you out for live service, right? Oh, we can make a bunch of money. It's like they're trying to scheme and plot for something nefarious. Like, Sony's acquisitions have been nefarious. They have not been for like, oh yeah, like we're going to do this for like, hey, we're going to incorporate you to like what we do DNA-wise. Sony's acquisitions were like, hey, we're going to try to live service you to death. Like, it was the Concord thing and the Bungie thing. Those were live service purchases. Those were not because these people do great, incredible, single-player, narrative-driven games that can drive the fan interaction and focus. I get it. They're a business. They're there for value. It's about making money. I 100% get that. I'm not trying to sit here and shame that. I get what they're doing from a business. You got to look at it. If you got resources, spend it so you can make more. I get it. Publicly traded, you need to get that done. But I'm just saying the style of how they get it done is completely different. And me personally, I like this style more with Nintendo, that now we own Destiny, live service, like Dungeon Master, or like Microsoft, oh, well, we're just gonna buy up everything and then make you do Game Pass so we can have incredible, like not fake value, but like we're gonna just buy up everything now. There's no more third parties. Now we own everything. Oh, but now we gotta go third party ourselves, you know? So it's like, they bought so much third party, they said, hey, we're gonna go third party, you know? So yeah. Insomniac, great purchase. Because Insomniac, I agree, Nick. Thank you. I would have forgot that, so I'm glad that you brought that up. Insomniac, great purchase. Insomniac was a great purchase because they already did that. They were making Jak and Daxter, right? They were making platformers. They were making things like that. Insomniac was a trusted developer they've been working with for 20 years. That makes the DNA of what they do at Sony, which at a time was kind of like platformer mascot games, but making them a little bit more edgier, you know, compared to Nintendo's games. So that fit right in. Now, Sony did kind of turn a little bit in a lot of bit with the PS3 era, but that was still part of their DNA, making something like Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. That was still part of their DNA. So when they purchased Insomniac, that made complete sense. That made complete sense for them to purchase them, and it fits in a single player experience. It's still a single player experience. That was not nefarious. That was like legitimate. I like that because they already would have been working with them for decades. So it makes sense. Go ahead and just buy them outright, you know? So I like that. That's when it makes sense. And people love Insomniac, right? But look at the stuff. Look at Bungie. Are you thrilled with Bungie purchase? Of course you're not. I mean, I can already answer for you. I already know that you're not. Are you thrilled with Firewalk? That Concord purchase? Of course you're not, because you're buying up stuff for nefarious means. You know, you're not buying up stuff for anything that's to really incorporate your DNA. You're buying it up for nefarious ways. And when you buy things up for weird, nefarious ways, it never usually works out. Like if you make a video for nefarious reasons on YouTube, it might work for a little bit, but sooner or later, your actual real thoughts and your DNA will come out and you'll be exposed, and it'll be fraudulent. Everybody's guilty of that. I'm guilty of it. Everybody's guilty of making that type of video, and it doesn't work. And it doesn't work, in my opinion. So yeah. Let's see. To be honest, Nintendo has probably canceled a lot of games. They probably just never discuss it. Oh yeah, there's games that are canceled or whatever. Yeah, if you go to Digino Gaming, there's stuff that's canceled. That, you know, Nintendo games that are canceled or never greenlit. But yeah, Nintendo cancels stuff as well. But the difference is that stuff that's being canceled or whatever the case is, it's not like the live service stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just games that don't work out or whatever. Oh, pardon man, here you go. I like this one. I know you want to see FE4 remake, maybe more. I want to see that post. Okay, yes. I'll get the poster of FE4 remake. You get the Jimmy Garoppolo poster. We can sign up for each other, like we can swap, you know, like, you know, we can swap. So yeah, man. Usopp posted a deep dive in making the Switch 2 version of Shadows along with some gameplay. I am interested in that. I'll probably check that out in a little bit. I think Jackson said something about 30 FPS VRR, so yeah, I'll check that out in a bit. But I think I might be short on time if I'm not correct. This has been one of the better live streams. Oh my goodness, this has been a good one. I didn't think I'd have too much to talk about today, but I actually ended up having a ton to go over today. Yeah, today was interesting. Yeah, okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm short on time. I've got to get ready. I've got to do some Thanksgiving Day stuff. It's been 3 hours, so I think I hear my boy. He's up too, so I think he wants to see Dad on Thanksgiving. So yeah, we are gonna call it here. I want to say thank you guys. I'm sorry if I didn't respond to everybody in the chat. Shout outs to Figure Drawing. Shout outs to everybody here, man. I appreciate that. And I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your comments, guys. For some people that were commenting, I know some of you guys were commenting and maybe I didn't see it. I'm so sorry about that. I'll just keep on commenting. I will see it at some point, of course. I will see it. I'll make it up to you guys like I always do. So I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all. Check out my most recent video. I think it's a pretty good video. Obviously, I didn't expect big views on this one, so it's not necessarily doing great, but I think it'll do better as people let them do Thanksgiving, let them hang out with their family and friends. So I did do a big video on the Sega's controversial RPG decisions are backfiring. So go check out my video there if you have some time. Watch it when you're on the toilet. Watch it when you're about to eat. Watch it whenever. Let your family that are gamers, let them know about the channel. So let them know. Hit the like button before you guys go. And yeah, I'd really appreciate if you guys go hit the like button and drop a comment on the videos. I think that if you guys comment on the videos more, that will also help us out. So if you're not commenting on the videos, go comment. I want to say once again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Yo, what's up? Hi, Anthony. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you guys so much for your support. 306 on the combo board was nuts. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Elements Nullified, appreciate you guys. Big love to Cyber Taurus, multiple donos today. Big love to Justin, thank you for the big dono. Shout outs to Darius, all of you guys that dropped donos today, man. I really appreciate that. Nick 93, thank you. Party Man, Kinesis, General Zamora, shout outs guys. Make it look easy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Dan Lee, Shaw X, appreciate y'all, man. Seriously, Huddy, Bat Conquer, Blazing Blazers, thank you guys so much. Zoo, you guys have been great. Justin, happy Thanksgiving to all. Vadsent, appreciate you, fam. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. Love y'all so much. Have a happy Thanksgiving. In terms of stream tomorrow, I don't know. We might do an early stream for tomorrow. We might do another morning stream. We might not. I gotta wait and see what's happening there. So I might not do one for that. So we'll see. I am working on the room though. So I know I saw Lingering Will here. I'm working on it. I realize that I'm bad at designing and I like simplicity, so I'm getting some stuff and I'm putting it together, but I don't like flashy, rah, you know, flashy, all this. Like, I tried to do all that and it just didn't work. Like, I'm buying all this different stuff, so I'm gonna do it my style. So I'm sorry that it's taking so long, but, you know, it's a story that I'm gonna tell you guys when I'm done, and it's not gonna be anything crazy for my room, but I am gonna invest into some other things. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's gonna be similar to what I had before. But I just don't like flashy stuff. But I'm getting some stuff. I'm getting some different decor. You know, I'm putting together some different stuff. I'm gonna get some different amiibos and things to kind of decorate a bit with. So it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, the green screen will come to an end at some point, guys. The problem is that my wife has designed this room multiple times for me, and every time I see it, I say I don't like it, and I picked the design. That's how bad it is. And I even had somebody help out and invest a little bit to help me, and I put up a bunch of stuff and I bought things, and I'm like, I don't like this. So it's like, because it's not my style. So I'm stupid. And I realize that when it comes to designing, I'm pretty dumb. And like I said, nothing just makes me happy just because I'm not flashy. So, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and it's gonna be done. It's gonna be. I know it's like a year plus. I've been saying. It's been like a year. And I'm terrible. I'm the worst. Okay. All right, guys. So that's gonna get done. I got something in back here. I'm gonna get it old school. I got my old school lighting back and all that. So we're gonna get that done. All right, guys. So. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna cover every inch in RGB lights. I mean, that's what I tried to do, Felix. I tried to make it like one of those like cool streamer game rooms, and it just was too weird. It was blurring my camera, and I can fix it. And you know, I bought a bunch of planks that were expensive planks, but it just looks. It's just not me, man. It's just not my style. I'm more, like I said, of calm and cool and normal and like showing games and stuff. So I bought a little bit of furniture, bought some wall decor. Now I got a bunch of money that I spent on planks that I'm not gonna use for my room, but hey, you know, whatever. So yeah. Anyway, it's coming. It's coming. So make a Fire Emblem Xenoblade room. I bought a Legend of Zelda thing, so I can give you guys one thing that I bought. So I bought this, which I'm gonna put it up, and it lights up. It's pretty cool. I know it's kind of hard. It's given from the green screen, but I bought this Triforce, and it lights up, and it's actually really nice. So I bought this, so I'm gonna buy a couple other different things. Like I said, I don't want it to be too much. I just want it to be nice. So I got some metaphor stuff and all that. So yeah, it'll be good. Exactly, Momo. Keep it simple. Exactly. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the expression, not that you're stupid, but it's just the expression. Keep it simple. So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it nice. Yeah, like I said, we're just gonna get back to it, and then I'm gonna take some of that and invest it back into the stream for some other stuff that we're gonna do. So all right, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate that. So check out Stealth's tweet on AC Shadows. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check that out. Blaze says Metaphor Refantazio. I can't play any Metaphor Refantazio music. They copyright claim everything. They copyright claim everything. So if you have a different track, I can play a different track before I go. But I can't play Metaphor Refantazio because they copyright claim everything, you know. So yeah, thank you, Casual Noob. I see that I see people told me about it, so I'll definitely check out the Assassin's Creed stuff. So yeah, DLSS, VRR, stable 30 in docked and handheld touchscreen for you. So yeah. I mean, they did a good job with Star Wars Outlaws, so this makes sense that they do it this way too. So yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I'm sorry, Blazing Blazers. Thank you for the donos though, man. Thank you for the donos. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Appreciate you guys. Blazing, let me know the next stream. I'll check out the video, Casual Noob. Don't worry, I'll check it out. We'll talk about it the next stream. We'll talk about it probably tomorrow. Maybe we'll watch it like together. So don't worry, we'll talk about it. Don't worry. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Trust me. We'll get to it. All right. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Let me play this last track for my man Blazing Blazers. I'll play this last track for you guys. Pokemon League theme. Diamond Pearl. Is that from the anime? Oh no, anime. All right. So yeah, Pokemon League theme. Okay. Yeah, I can play that. So we'll play this. We'll finish out on this. If you guys have any last second questions, comments, I will answer those. Obviously, happy Thanksgiving for those that are leaving. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys so much for coming out to today's stream. Seriously, today's stream was so fun. So yeah, Ubisoft talked about it. And I think that Ubisoft's doing a much better job with their ports this time around than what they did like with the Wii U. Like their ports on the Wii U were terrible. Their ports on the Switch were, some of them were okay. They're sketchy, but this one's not bad. This one's not bad. They talk about the challenges of bringing it to the Nintendo Switch 2. Making sure that it was still visually good, adapting the systems. I mean, if I can play a portable version of Assassin's Creed, maybe like while I'm doing other stuff, like while I'm watching football or whatever, it's worth I'll pick it up then, you know, I'll pick it up then. And I think Ubisoft probably sent me a review code, or I can probably get a review code for the game. So I'll probably pick up I'll probably check it out on Switch 2. So yeah, they actually had a video. Yeah, they used DLSS. Yeah, the team also used deep learning super sampling technology, leverage sophisticated artificial intelligence algorithms to generate high resolution visuals from a lower resolution images. The end, we are offering results sharper image with more accurate colors, improving textures and fewer visual anomalies. Performance also smoother, offering higher FPS through upscaling, better fluidity, and reduced latency. So yeah, they got like I think like the touch screen feature, playing this type of game with all the content and like playing it portable and like touch screens, features like that, it might make me actually want to play it more than just playing it on the TV for this type of game, because there's just so much content in there. You know, it just seems like something you just pick up and play randomly. I only wish that Nintendo had smart delivery. If Nintendo had no, not smart delivery. If Nintendo had what's that thing that Xbox has? Quick resume. If Nintendo had a quick resume, at least for like 2 games, like maybe you can't quick resume for everything, but if it can just remember exactly where you are for like 2 separate games, that would be really good with the portable system. I wish, you know, maybe there's probably not the RAM allocation for that, because apparently you need a good amount of RAM for that. And Nintendo already uses, you know, some RAM for this and obviously some RAM for the games, but and also takes up space. It takes up space on the hard drive too. Yeah, quick resume, it's tough. It's tough. So yeah, I think that, but if you can just do like one game, for example, so like this would be like a good quick resume game, because I don't know how often I'd be playing it. So yeah. You can suspend with home button. Yeah, but suspend with home button, you can only go back to that game. You can't play a different game and then go back to that spot right where you were in the other game. Come on, Casual Noob, you know that. Come on now. Suspend with the home button is not the same as quick resume. Quick resume is you're playing one game. Like, let's say you're playing Assassin's Creed Shadows, and then you say, oh, you know what? I'm good. I want to play a different game. Let's say last night you played Star Wars Outlaws. So if you just, you know, yeet it out of the game without saving or anything like that, it'll put you right back, right exactly to that spot that you were in there. Switch 2 does not do that. Suspend does not do that. Suspend will only let you play one game at a time. Same like PlayStation. I don't know if PlayStation does that. PlayStation is weird, but it's not like quick resume. It's not as good as quick resume. However, there are issues with quick resume. Once it takes up resources, it takes up memory, a lot of memory on your system, in terms of hard drive space, and it could also be flaky or implemented incorrectly. It works most of the time, but sometimes it just doesn't work. One time it just didn't work for Mass Effect, and I lost data, or progression, and then another time it kept on counting the hours in Dragon Quest 11S. So I had like an inflated time count for the game, and sometimes it just went to a black screen and there was nothing, I couldn't see anything, I had to boot out then boot back in. So it's not perfect, but it works most of the time. There's just a couple times where it didn't work for me when I was using it. So yeah. Yeah, that's one of the best features. Quick resume's a goated feature, but it is resource intensive. So I'm guessing Sony will do quick resume with the PS6. I'm guessing they will, because it's a great feature. I think Nintendo should try to implement it if they can. If they can implement quick resume, do it, because it's a good feature to have. Hey, no problem, Caps Paranormal. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. I don't think Assassin's Creed, or well, what they're doing with Assassin's Creed Shadows has anything to do with bending over for Japan. I think that it's Ubisoft trying to commit a more quality experience to get people to buy the game. I think that's really what it is, because look at Star Wars Outlaws. I think Ubisoft realized that we can't just flood the system with games, like ports, like they did like with the Wii U or with the Switch. That's not going to work. What we need to focus our games. We need to make sure that they have a window to release. We need to make sure that we do a great job porting the game and create hype using the features of the system, not just, oh, touchscreen and it's on the Switch, you can play it anywhere. It's like, no, we got DLSS, we've got, the technology that we're using, we've got touchscreen support, we've got all this stuff, and we're going to tell you how we got it done. Same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. They did a great job with that. So it's about focusing in, honing in, and releasing it and where it's going to be successful, not just rushing it out just to get it out, So, yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah, themes would be nice, but quick resume is like 10 times better than themes. But yes, themes would be easier. They have themes, it's just black and white. That's the problem. They need to get more themes, but I think quick resume is a much better feature than themes. But yes, they need to get that. You're right about that. They need to get that first, for sure. Definitely need to get that first. Nintendo did not buy Bandai Namco today. They did not buy Bandai Namco. They bought Bandai Namco Singapore. They did not buy all of Bandai Namco. So you guys need to read the title. Bandai Namco Singapore. Not just Bandai, not just Namco, not Bandai Namco, Bandai Namco Singapore. Singapore. It's a development studio within Bandai Namco. Not all of Namco or Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco Singapore. A development studio within the portfolio of Bandai Namco. So let's just make sure that we make that clear, very clear here. Okay? Very clear. Bandai Namco Singapore. It says Singapore on there, guys. Bandai Namco Singapore. Singapore. Not Bandai Namco, the company. Singapore. Okay. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Or today's stream, this morning's stream. I appreciate it. And have a happy Thanksgiving. And thank you guys so much for all of you guys coming out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love. Thank you for the donos. You guys have been incredible. Yes, it's big, but it's not as big as buying Bandai Namco outright. It's a big deal, which we'll talk about more in a video. I'll describe more in a video. It's a big deal, but it's not as big as buying Bandai Namco. There's a big difference between that. You know what I'm saying? Like Bandai Namco owns Code Vein. They own like Tales series. Like they own a lot of stuff. They own a lot. They have licenses to create a lot of anime games. So if Nintendo bought Bandai Namco, that would be seismic. That would be like a seismic, crazy thing. But no, it's just Bandai Namco Singapore, which Singapore doesn't own any IP. They're just a development studio within Bandai Namco. So, all right. I can only play music, guy, for people that drop donos. Debar, I don't think you dropped anything, so that's the reason why I'm playing music. If I don't, then people are gonna spam me with different music to play all stream, Debar. So that's the reason why I don't just play things randomly. Anybody that got music, or if they asked for music, it was because they dropped the dono and they put what music they wanted. So the reason, like I said, the reason why I don't do that is so I don't want like a million people asking for music throughout the whole stream. It's just gonna take forever to play everybody's music. So maybe next time we can get you what you want. Like I said, don't know of any amount. Just like I said, just so people don't spam me with music all stream. But all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And we will see you guys for the next one. All right, love y'all. Peace.